Hello, welcome to another stream. How about that? How about that? Bet you didn't expect that, as usual. Hello everyone. Hello Aguduk, John. Hello 0x7001. Here Hudson Plots, Mr. Botka, Zainith, Course 94, Belgianul. Oh my god, so many people copper-pasted Ragul. That's it, I didn't see anybody else. Okay, Nuffly, hello, Lindra Bragger, Rudy Fant, hello, Scott Dev, I didn't miss you. Hello, welcome. So today is Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. Today is Wednesday, and that means today, according to the schedule, we're supposed to be doing Z++ programming. Z++, is it, did I say day 13? God fucking damn, thank you Nuffly, I'm a Pepega. Okay, it's a day for, yeah. Wait, what day am I, oh my god, am I that Pepega? Anyway, so today is, according to the schedule, we're supposed to be doing C++, but since there's yeah, 15. It's supposed to be 15. I'm a Pepega. But since currently the advent of code in place, we're gonna be doing an advent of code properly. God fucking damn it. So yeah, today is supposed to be day 15. That's right. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. I guess I got so traumatized by day 13 that I cannot forget it. Like, it's just like, you know, PTSD. Like, I have a PTSD flashbacks to the day 13. So yeah. Anyways, so we solve advent of code problems every day, and every problem we solve in a different language. That's right. Check out the source code. The source code is goddamn fucking beautiful. By the way, did I say hello to you? I don't remember. I think, what's the petition though? The permaban Hudson Blots. Who's the Hudson Blots? Wait a second. Excuse me. Is that like a fake user or something? Is that, who's that? Do you know him? Is that like a fake or something? So or is that a bot? I don't understand. Why do you want to ban them? I was just the bot. It was actually called differently. It was called Hudson Bot. Okay, so you're trying to debate even more people. I see. Alright, as you can see, so far we solved 14 problems and we used 14 different languages. Seriously, we were so desperate, we solved the last problem in PHP. And this is not a joke, this is like a legit working PHP solution. And yes, I did beat mask operations in PHP. That was fucking hard. My ass still hurts. So anyway, cheers by the way. It's kind of wild, yeah. So, and today we're gonna use Pascal. I think we, I wonder if we'll have, yeah, we need 11 more languages. We need 11 more languages. But I think we'll find. So we still have basic. I haven't tried basic, and there's a shit ton of different flavors of basic. And there's also Lisps. We haven't tried a single Lisp, and again, there's a shit ton of different flavors of Lisp and so on and so forth. Yeah, there's also, you know, different scripting languages. SQL, I'm not sure about SQL. Smalltalk. To be fair, I'm not too sure about Smalltalk. Smalltalk is not that practical, to be fair. Something like Forth would be interesting. Oh, and also standard ML. Yeah, Julia. I think we'll you know, have 11 languages by the end of the advent of code. In Turbo Pascal, no, we're gonna use a free Pascal. I'm sorry, open source implementations only on this channel. Recently I found a programming language called K. Open source implementation of K is called Con. Nice one. Is that true? Can you send a link or something? By the way, are you trusted in Course 94? I think you should be trusted. Yeah, you're trusted now, so you should be able to send links now. Hello Benny Darshan, welcome. Okay, as usual, it's an Australian implementation of K. So let's go to AOC and let's create 15th day in Pascal. Right, so it's gonna be 15th Pascal. And as usual, I'm gonna start with used boilerplate that iterates through the command line arguments and calls the functions and so on and so forth. So here is the language, Kona. Is that intentionally like a meme language or something? Key programming language, Kona. So it doesn't look like... Okay, so I'm gonna take a look at that after the stream. Thank you so much. God damn, so K language and implementation is Kona. That's a good one. Alright, thank you so much. Alright, so for Pascal implementation we're gonna use FPC today. I think I already have it installed because I already played with my FPC some time ago, so it's just installed on my machine already. And yeah, so let's start with a simple program. Right, I think you also have to do something like a program, right? And it has to be AOC. I don't know, does it support underscores? 2020 day 13. So is that a good name of a program for the program? I think it is. It's gonna create a K implementation called K-Comrade, yes. Sure. Right, ln. I think you're supposed to use like single quotes for strings in Pascal, if I remember correctly. And that has to be it. That has to be it. We're gonna try to compile that. And link contains output section. Did you forget -t? I don't know if I forgot it. But I think I got an executable, and if I try to run this executable, it says hello world. How about that? It was as simple as that. My reflexes are still pretty strong, not gonna lie. Free Pascal. Command line arguments. Is it even possible to handle command line arguments in Pascal? Param_str. Oh shit! And so basically it's the same as in nim. So nim essentially copied the way the Pascal does that. Yeah, so the amount of arguments here is a param count, right? Param count, a number of command line arguments passed to the program, and param_str is the parameter. I see, that's actually pretty cool. Okay, so that means I should be able to do something like starting from 0 to param count. It's a function, by the way, but I think to call a function you don't necessarily have to, you know, do something like this. Is it do? Yeah, I think it is do, and then I'll have to do begin and then end. That's very strange. Do you need do? I think, yeah, Emacs was trying to do something weird. That's why I didn't, you know, understand what the hell is going on. Okay, and then we can do something like write len param_str I, and let's see if it's gonna work or not. It didn't compile though, and my Emacs cannot Oh, I see. I forgot. Yes. If you're gonna use any variables, you have to define them first here. God damn it. Okay, so that makes sense. If I try to run this thing now, right? If I try to run it now, it didn't do anything. But if I provide some sort of a thing here, bar buzz, so it also includes. It also includes the files, so I think the thing we have to do it like this, right? To skip the program name or something. Alright, so we're gonna rebuild this entire thing, and it's gonna be main, full bar buzz, and there you go. As you can see, we iterate through all of the files, and this is exactly what we want. And we need to introduce a function. Hello, Duck of Glory, welcome to the stream. We'll have to introduce the function that solves the file. So we're gonna have a solve file, then file path, which is just a string. I don't know why Emacs is doing this kind of stuff. Wait a second, it's not supposed to return anything. If you have a procedure that doesn't return anything, you can just call it procedure, right? So there's like this kind of difference in Pascal, if I remember correctly. So, and then we're gonna just do the following thing. Input input file, file path, and that should be it. Let me create a make file, by the way. So it's gonna be main. It depends on main path, fpc main path. Right. And then I'm gonna have a test, which is a phony target. Main. It also depends on some of the inputs. So what we're gonna have, we're definitely gonna have some samples, and then we're gonna just run this stuff on the sample. What's the phony target? Google up make file phony targets, and you will find GNU documentation. You can read more about that. So let me see. I need to create sample.txt. All right, let's do make and illegal character. Oh, I think yeah. I think I can do it something like this. Did I fuck it up? Yeah, thank you. Inputs. Cool, there we go. So, wait a second. Why didn't print input? Oh, this is because I forgot to call solve file. Let's put it like that. A solve file. There we go. So this is going to be our thing. And solve file. Cool. So input file sample.txt. Cool. Now everything works. And we are ready to jump into reading the description. How about that? Cheers. Excuse me if it was too loud. By the way, is that okay that I use snake case for the program name? Right, because in Pascal, the convention is to use camel case, but the camel case was gonna look like ass in this particular case. It doesn't look half as bad. So, okay. The day 15 rambunctious recitation. What the fuck is this shit? I don't even know what that word means. Okay, let's go. Let's take a look at the Macmillan Dictionary. What the fuck is this? Alright. Just some fancy speak. Well, we know that it's an adjective, mainly American. Okay, so... Okay, cool. Recitation, what the hell is that? What is this even English? Performance in which you recite poem and story. Alright, so anyway, you catch the airport shuttle and try to book a new flight to your vacation island. Due to the storm, all direct flights have been cancelled, but a route is available to get around the storm. You take it. While you wait for your flight, you decide to check in with the elves back. Okay, so there was like a hypothesis that you are supposed to be a Santa. And yes, you are Santa, literally. I think, I mean, probably a lot of people actually guess that, but you're moving, starting from the North Pole towards, you know, something. So you are supposed to be like Santa or something. Hacker Santa, who hacks into, you know, different computer systems, deciphers everything and, you know, boot sections and stuff like that. Alright, so... while you wait for your flight, you decide to check in with the elves back at the North Pole. They are playing a memory game and are they never fucking work, seriously. They're playing a memory game and are ever so excited to explain the rules. In this game, the player takes turns saying numbers. They begin by taking turns reading from a list of starting numbers, your puzzle input. Then each turn consists of considering the most recently spoken number. If that was the first time the number has been spoken, the current player says 0. Otherwise, I think it's... Isn't that like one of the number file videos on like sequence number? Fucking damn it, really? Because I can't remember, okay. So if that was the first time, Daniel42 gifted a tier 1 sub to Nipsey. Thank you so much, Daniel42, for supporting the channel. And Nipsey, welcome. to our epic advent of Code Club. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so maybe we're gonna watch that video again, because I watched that video at some point. But I don't. Maybe it's not gonna be that useful for us. But so in this game, the player takes turns saying numbers. They begin by taking turns reading from the list of starting numbers. Okay, then if it was the first time the number has been spoken, the current player says 0. Otherwise, the number had been spoken before. The current player announces how many turns apart the number is from when it was previously spoken. I didn't understand anything, but whatever. So after the starting numbers, each turn results in that player speaking aloud either 0 if the last number is new, or an H if the last number is a repeat. Holy shit. Okay. Turn 1. The first number spoken is a starting number 0, 3, 6. Now consider the last number spoken 6. Since that was the first number the number had been spoken, the first number is spoken 0. Again, consider the last number 0. Since it had been spoken before, the next number to speak is the difference between the turn number and when it was last spoken, the previous turn 4, and the turn number of it was most recently spoken. Okay. So, okay, I see. So 4 minus 1, because this is the fourth one, and we subtract 1 from 4, because this is what it was the last one. Okay, I think I understand. I think I'm not gonna read the whole thing. Cool. Sodding Simp, thank you so much for tier 1 subscription. Your first subscription, by the way. And welcome to our epic Sim Club. How about that? How about that? Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, the game ends when the elves get sick of playing or dinner is ready, whichever comes first. Okay, so what's the criteria of, you know, getting sick of it? I'm surprised I managed to understand this one on first pass. Tried that Joltich adapter. Yeah, so it was relatively easy to understand, I think. I struggled a bit, but I mean. The question for you is, what will be the 2002th number spoken in the example above? The 2002 number spoken will be... okay. Alright. Oh, okay, I see. Fuck, do I even need files? If my input is that, do I really need anything like that? Alright, so... should print, I mean 2020 by 2020, right? Like, look. You can just brute force this shit. It's just for 4 millions, right? But I mean, it's a part 1, right? Cool. At any point, I mean... yeah. So let's get started. So we're gonna have a sample. For the sample txt, right? Suppose we're starting with this kind of thing. Does it even make sense to do any file operations in this particular case? Because the inputs are so small. Maybe fuck it. How about that? Maybe fuck it. Shouldn't be 15. Oh yeah, I still, yeah. Thank you so much. What the fuck is going on with me? Like, so I still have a PTSD. Still have a PTSD towards the day 13. It was actually really horrible. Okay, so if I'm gonna have something like this, sample, let's say sample 1, right? Sample 1. And, oh shit, did you see that? Emacs is capable of doing things like that, look. Right. In, what the fuck? Sometimes it jumps at the beginning of the file or something. But anyway, array, I think you specify arrays like this. Can I immediately initialize arrays like that? Let me see. For Pascal, initialize arrays. So is there something initialized variables? So you can initialize variables. Okay. And yeah, you can just do it like that. You don't really need shit. So, and this is what we're gonna have. So it's gonna be integer, and I'm gonna put this sample. I'm gonna put this sample here. Here is our sample. Here is our sample. And by the way, it has to be something like this, of course. It has to be something like this. And when we're solving a file, we're gonna have something like input, which is array of integer, right? So this is array integer, we're passing it there, and we should be able, okay, in this case, it's not really a file, right? It has to be like solve input. And because of that, we don't really need anything like this, right? So we can have something like sample 1, then we're gonna have something like sample 2, and then we're gonna have input, and yeah, this is how it's gonna go. Oh, I forgot. I completely forgot that Pascal doesn't really have like in line. Well, I mean, modern Pascal does have like a single line comments, but in a classical Pascal, you're supposed to use like a multi-line comments. Integers makes brrr. All right, cool. So we're solving an input. So did we see this previous? Okay, so we'll definitely have to extend the array, right? Extend the array. I know that this is sort of a dynamic array, right? But I don't remember if you can extend dynamic arrays, right? I'm not sure if you can extend the dynamic arrays. Pascal, dynamic arrays. Is that a thing you can do? Because I programmed in Pascal like a really long time ago. I don't remember much. Look at that beautiful GIF. Isn't that amazing? I think it's pretty amazing. So, okay. Oh, you can set length, sizing. The compiler procedure set lengths will change the dynamic array length provided there is enough memory. Cool. All right. And then it also initialized with the default all elements of the old incarnation or new field that did not exist before are initialized with the default intrinsic. Okay, so basically this is a real lock, right? This is a real lock. And I wonder if like pushing elements by one is super slow. I wonder if like pushing like elements, like resizing it by one is super slow. It's like, you know, similar to reallocating one by one, because, you know, allocation is such a slow operation. So maybe it would make sense to implement our own dynamic array. But maybe we know the size of the array, aren't we? We know the size of the array, so yeah, just resize it once. Yeah, so I might as well actually. So since it's a 2000 something, I might as well just do something like this, right? Something like this, and then keep track of the size of the array, right? But where can I keep track of it? Where can I keep track of it? So it has to be like sample one size, right? Sample one size, and it's going to be integer. Holy shit! I really like how Emacs automatically realigns all of that. Right. Well, I mean, I might as well actually pass that entire stuff here, like input size and oh shit! Look, it gets me every time. This is so amazing. Look at that. So, and this thing is gonna be just 3, right? So here's 3, and I wonder if it's gonna like work properly. Sample one size. Oh shit. And then we're gonna have input size. Pascal is really close to C in that regard, like, right? It doesn't really have that many high-level primitives, so you know, you can resize the arrays, but you don't have efficient dynamic arrays that basically maintain the capacity in an efficient way. All right. So let me see. I wonder if this is gonna compile. By the way, I wonder if this is gonna compile. So I'm gonna put input size here. So here's the input size, and it does not compile because 11 expected another. Are you serious? You cannot partially initialize fixed array. Holy shit, okay. Can I just say like I don't want to do that. Really? Well, I mean, we can always do something like this, right? So set length sample 1 sample 1 to 30, but you'll have to do that for each of them, right? You'll have to do that for each of them. Yep, and that will help with initialization. So there's something like this here. Okay, syntax error, nil expected, but this found. Huh. What if I do something like this? Compiling module stopping. Type mismatch. 14. Oh, okay. So that means you cannot initialize dynamic arrays? You cannot initialize dynamic arrays, but why? Array of. I think you cannot. I think you have to like literally. Okay. 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 Holy shit. Okay. So I didn't expect that the challenge will come from Pascal, right? Cool. So here's the array of integers. So this has to be nil or something, and maybe we need some sort of a procedure. The challenge came from inside the house, yeah. So I mean, I can always do things like so I set this value, right? I mean, to 30. Not gonna initialize anything, and then sample 1 0 is gonna be equal to the input, right? Is gonna be equal to the input 0 3 6, right? So it's gonna be 0 3 6. So that's what we can do here, right? So it's pretty straightforward. I don't really want to make it too complicated. Illegal expression 14. Oh yeah, you're supposed to use double dec operator. Forgot about that. So local variable I is not used. It's not. Yeah, there we go. Everything for Jesus Christ. Okay, cool. So yeah, we need to start with until we get 2002. Question for you is what it will be 2020, not 2002, 2020. So we're gonna do while input size is less than 2020. Once it will be equal to 2020, we're gonna stop, right? This is basically where we're gonna stop. Okay. Now we need to check whether we saw the number before. Procedure find index. Right, the input is gonna accept array of integers, right? Array of integers, and the input size again. Right, and it will return you the index. Integer, and this has to be a function, otherwise it won't be able to return anything, right? Cool. So, and here it's actually super easy to implement that. You have to iterate from left to right and just find the first index. With void of counter, well, I mean, this is the second day without void of counter, and you only noticed it now. And that is a good indication that getting rid of that was a good idea. I mean, it was funny for a while, and now, like, I mean, it's just an old joke. I'm really sorry. The fact that not everybody like instantly noticed that there is no void counter means that it's not really needed that much, right? So that's what I mean here. All right. So let's start from 0. And to input size -1, right? It's going to be do, and we have to iterate in the previous direction. Okay, so we'll have to iterate in the previous direction. So it has to be input size -1 down to. Wait, was it down to? I think it was down to. Pascal for down to, wasn't it not? I think it was. Emacs, what the fuck? Do we even have a good editor that supports all of the highlighting and shit? I think Emacs is Pepega. God damn it, so down to 0. Can we have something better than Emacs in that case? Maybe I'm gonna take Genie or Guinea, I don't know. Guinea seems to be supporting everything, so maybe I'm gonna use that. But the color scheme is actually kind of Pepega. Just use ED. Okay, it uses tabs, and I'm too lazy to set up to use spaces, so I'm not gonna use that. I think I'm gonna accept that. Alright, so this is what we're doing here, and if input and find the index of the value that we're looking for, right? So we're looking specifically for value x. Okay. If I equal x, then we have to instantly return. Is it even possible to like prematurely return from the function? I didn't think so. I forgot how you return. But to be fair, maybe we don't really have to return. One of the things I can do, I can just say find index equal I, and then I can try to break out of the loop, right? Break out of the loop. Wait, how do you break out of the loop? Pascal. Return from function. First of all, maybe there is a way to return from function. Function, returning the value, imagine it using modus dim and Emacs. Yes, sure. Super important. The exit press, really? Is this how we do that? Because if I saw that, I would assume that exit will just exit the whole program. Okay, it's exit. Okay. That's very interesting. So exit, this is how we do that apparently, right? Yeah, it's exit. Okay, might as well actually get rid of that, right? Because it's a single expression, doesn't require like anything here. And can I get rid of that as well? Because I mean, it's just single expression. Can you just have like a single line here? Okay, does it compile? Oh shit, it does compile. That's cool. I didn't expect that, but it did compile. And especially like how you can, you know, make it sort of super small. Super small. Yeah, look at that conciseness, almost like Nim. Alright, so what we're gonna do here. I forgot the rules. Yeah. So if the previous one was already set, the first number, the current says has been spoken, otherwise the number had been spoken. Oh shit, okay. So if we never found anything, right, we'll have to do something like exit -1. Yeah. Accident confused the shit out of me when I tried Pascal for the first time before. Yeah, because in C it will like quit the whole program, right? So it looks super dangerous. Like why would you exit? But yeah, in Pascal it's just that. All right. Cool. So in here, I will probably need something like previous. Pref integer. Pref find index. Let's call it find prev. Right. So this is going to be prev. And x, I also want to call it prev for the consistency, you know, for the consistency of all of these things. How do we exit the program? You can Google it up. It's probably called differently. Okay. So it has to be prev index. And it has to be input size -1, right? So that's what we're trying to find here, right? So find previous. So here's the previous index, and we have two situations. If previous index is less than 0, right? In that case, we have to say 1. If the first time the number has been spoken, player says 0. Okay. So that means input size 0. This is quite important. Right. And input size increment. I don't quite remember. Yeah, I probably have to do this kind of stuff. Last one. Yeah, there we go. So otherwise, I don't remember if I have to put semicolon here. Maybe not. So if it never was spoken before, what we're doing is we're trying to find the difference between their indices. So turn 1. Index starting from 0, right? Index is starting from 0. So that means we have to do input size minus previous index +1, right? +1. And this is going to be the actual value that we're going to assign here. And we're going to repeat this entire thing. There we go. So to be fair, we have a repeating code in both of the branches, which means that I can just remove it from both of the branches, which is quite convenient in my opinion, right? And because we have only one things here, I can just remove all of this stuff. And now it's a little bit more readable, and there we go. There we go, and let's try to compile this entire thing. So this is going to be main, and I forgot a semicolon somewhere. Yeah, I think I'm not supposed to have a semicolon. There we go, it compiled. Would you look at that? Would you fucking look at that? So we're doing that, and after that I just need to exit. Oh yeah, procedure. Yeah, procedure I think here has to return function. Right, has to return function is going to be integer, and yeah. So it's going to be right line camel sample I should call it procedure actually. Yeah, procedure. So everything's complicated. Okay, and in here, I need more stuff. I need an indication that I'm doing sample 1. So that means I'll have to do something like write ln sample 1, right? So this is sample 1. And in the sample 1, what I'm doing write line ln. Is it ln? Yeah, I think it's ln. Part 1 is input size -1, and that should be it actually. That should be the solution for the part 1. Believe it or not. Believe it or not, should be solution for the part 1. First try, I don't know, we'll see. Not sure if it even compiles. And I also need T. I really need T right now. Okay, it doesn't even compile because 31. Yeah, I keep forgetting that. Yeah. Oh my god. 42. it's really hard to program in Pascal coming from a C environment. And to be fair, I don't think there is like a single language left that forces you to use single quotes for just strings. Everyone either allows you to, either forces you to use double quotes or allows you to use both of them, right? Like it's such a dated language, right? Holy shit. But anyway, so we'll still have to, and this one is write ln, not write line. And there we go, finally this entire stuff compiles. So, yep. This is actually pretty straightforward. Let's see if it will work. I'm gonna just run it, I suppose. Yeah, let's run it. And it didn't print anything because I am Bebega. Did I? Am I? Yes, I am Bebega. Excuse me. Why this compiled? This is obviously wrong, right? This is obviously wrong. It has to be like that, right? And yeah, it's still 0, but besides the point. How did this compile? Like, why does this compile? Maybe it's like a type hint, but yeah. All right. Anyway, I made a mistake somewhere. I'm not really sure where, but I definitely made it somewhere. So here's the input size. If it compiles, didn't I run it? Pascal mode. What the hell is going on? I want to just come. Okay. Okay. So obviously something is definitely wrong, and I don't understand what exactly. So here is that. Let's try to dump the results. Let's try to dump the results and see what it returns. I obviously made a super stupid mistake somewhere, but I cannot see it, so I definitely cannot see it. Oh, I think I see it. I think I see it. Wait. Don't say anything. I don't reach out anyway, so whatever. We include that value there. Of course. So it just needs to like a single -1. And after that we can just do input size -1, because we're trying to find thing that is already in the array. We need to exclude it from the array. Hello Defender, welcome to the stream. Yeah. So that's basically what happened here. And it didn't compile because something exit code 30. Oh yeah, we have to print it. I forgot that we have to print it. Right line. Okay. So part 1, and we're gonna do it like that. And please tell me that it found. Oh my god, this is so annoying. Jesus Christ, this is more annoying than programming in Perl. I swear to God. This is super annoying. Okay, 436. Yeah, the main challenge here is to use the single quotes. That's the real challenge, believe me. This is the actual challenge. Anything else is fucking not a challenge at all. This shit, holy fuck. Yeah, this is really difficult. I think, so I think somebody, I think it was Feng Chi, who asked me what was the most annoying language so far. This motherfucker, apparently. I didn't expect that. Because it basically challenges all of the reflexes that I've developed over the years, right? And it doesn't allow me to program efficiently, right? Because it's just, yeah, it's the past, it's the C, but the other, like, upside down. Alrighty, so this is the sample 1. What about, we also have the second sample, if I'm not mistaken, right? So there's a question. Here's a few more examples. Given a starting 1 to 3, the number is spoken as 1. I really want to be able to conveniently you know, set these arrays up. Hello, Gabo Snaker. Right, maybe we could have some sort of a function that accepts array and this string and parses that string and initializes, so we could reuse the arrays all the time. That would be actually super convenient. Right. That would be actually super convenient in my opinion. What do you guys think? Essentially, yeah, and we could just allocate a single array and keep reusing it for all of the samples and just put all of the samples there. Yeah, that's actually super cool. And this is what I'm gonna implement here. Okay, so we're gonna have it as a procedure function, init sample, right? Init sample, and it's gonna accept sample 1. Sometimes it's okay. Sample, and this is gonna be the type of this thing. So this is the type that we're accepting, and if I remember correctly, you have to pass it as var to make it sort of pass by reference. You can pass things by reference, and it's, but maybe if you pass an array, aren't arrays already passed by reference? I kind of feel like they are, but I mean, we'll see. The compiler will probably tell us what the hell is going on. All right, and the second thing, we're gonna have an input which is simply a string. Emacs keeps jumping in between this kind of stuff. I don't understand. Thank you so much. I really appreciate people who issue. Yeah, I keep forgetting to add hair to the title. I'm really sorry. Yeah, hair today, because I mean, it's really not obvious that such question would be asked millions of times. Yes, you need to ask that again. Okay, so I really want to make a cup of tea before I jump into implementing this function, and this function is kind of redundant, but it's really needed. It's really needed. Does anyone have any questions while I'm making a cup of tea? Does anyone have any questions? Anything? Maybe you have something to say to me while I'm making a cup of tea? Put hair above your head on the face cam. I'm not a John Blow. I bet you miss PHP now. No, I don't care. Does anybody have any other questions, maybe? Or at least questions, because so far I didn't see any questions. Alright, so what I'm thinking is I need to turn on my kettle. That's what I need to do. Let me turn on my kettle. It's gonna be super quick. Ayo, I'm back. Back. How's it going, everyone? How's it going? Welcome back to back. So, is there any easy way in Pascal to split a string? I'm pretty sure not, because it's a very old language. Pascal split string. How to split string? Oh, there is literally a function called split string. And it gives us t-string din array. Very interesting. It's an array of answer strings. Okay, that's very interesting. String splitting was invented 49 years ago. Pascal is too old for this advanced algorithm. I see, that makes sense. But I mean, they do have it in free Pascal, which is not bad, I would say. So let me try the following thing. I'm gonna just literally call it split string. We put this thing here, and the delimiter is gonna be this thing. And what we get here is t-string din array, and again This is just that. Oh my god. For some reason, sometimes Emacs jumps at the beginning of the file. All of a sudden. Like, I don't know why. I don't know why it jumps to the beginning of the file. Alright. So access, right? T string array, T string din array. It jumped again. Why does it jump to the beginning of the file? I don't say to jump to the beginning of the file. What the fuck? Holy shit. This is so bad. Fuck that. Okay, so now, okay, what can I use now? Access like this. Split string, split it by that. And the next thing I want to do, I want to iterate through all of them just to see if that actually works. So that what I'll have to do here, I think I'll have to call length on access, and I'll also need in for 2n minus 1, I think, do begin. Now write ln access I. So, and now here, what I'm gonna try to do, I'm gonna try to call. It's really bothering me how it uses tabs instead of spaces. Editor. Line wrapping code. I don't really care, is that like I already have spaces in the file, and if I already had all of the tabs, it wouldn't. Okay, maybe it doesn't fucking matter, seriously. It also uses 3. It even uses 3. Oh my god, Emacs is so fucked up. Editor indentation. Yeah, look, there's no good editor in 2020 that would allow me edit Pascal. Editor indentation. Let's put width to 3 spaces, because that's what Emacs was using for whatever fucking reason. So that's what I'm gonna use as well. Okay, so if I do that, it doesn't even fucking work. Okay, it still uses tabs. What the fuck is this shit? Holy moly! Like, why is it so hard to just get something that is fucking working? Did I not apply? Like, I mean, it remembered that. Holy shit. That is so... What the fuck is this stuff? It's a Vodus. No, it's still a tab. This is a piece of crap. Holy shit. This is a real challenge. Like, at some point I'm gonna just probably do something like this and just program like that, because it's just way more convenient than whatever the fuck I'll have to deal with. I'm not even asking for that much. For fuck's sake. And I'm really upset that such a simple thing pisses me off. Like, I shouldn't be pissed off at such stuff. Can I have just a text editor with a little bit of syntax highlighting that would just shut up and let me do what I need to do? Can I have something as simple as that in 2020? Visual Studio Code, well, what I said, that will shut up. Visual Studio Code cannot shut up by definition. I use Visual Studio Code, that's the only text editor that literally cannot shut up and let me work. So, yeah. Vim doesn't even support Emacs or Pascal as far as I know. That doesn't even support. It does support it, but I remember like it had problems with... Maybe we can try to use it. I remember there was something that pissed me off with Vim as well. I don't remember what pissed me off with Vim, so maybe I'm gonna just try to use Vim for a while and see if it's gonna work or not. Use ED. What did I say? With a little bit of syntax highlighting. Jesus fucking Christ. I said text editor with a little bit of syntax highlighting that just shuts up and lets me do what I want. One person suggested an editor that cannot shut up, another person suggested editor that doesn't have any highlighting. Do you even listen to what I say? The answer is no, you don't listen to what I say. Fucking Christ. Anyway. So let's make a cup of tea. Oh, fuck. Alright, so, cool. Let's find out what exactly is wrong with Vim and why I don't want to use it for Pascal. Because I remember there was something. It's just like I do use a lot of different languages and a lot of tools, and I don't remember all of the problems with them. And I only remember them when I start using them again, so that's usually what's happening. Okay. So, also I want to quickly change makefile. Makefile here is actually kind of useless because we don't really have any samples at all. Right, we don't really have any samples at all. And it complains about line 34. Line 34, and what did I forget there? What did I forget there? That's very interesting. So let me also run this entire stuff in CM just to see what's going on. Okay, so I need to come up with a regular expression that will extract all of that for me. Do I already have anything that extracts all of that? I don't really have anything. Okay, so let's come up with something. I'm gonna start with something like this, so it's gonna pass. I think I have to do it like that. Then I want to take the numbers, right? I want to take the number. And the problem with comma, I never can remember if I need to escape the comma or not. Can never remember that. Okay. I think it worked. I think it worked. Look at that. But it didn't really give me the file, so we also have to capture the file. We may try to capture it like that. Yeah, there we go. But can I do something like basically just take that? Yeah, I think it works. I think it works. And now I can just jump there. Nice, 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 nice. That's pretty cool. So, of expected byte, I think found. Alright, that's very interesting. So, it expects me to do something like this, and identifier not found is string din array. Do I have to use anything special? Do I have to use anything special? Maybe I have to do something like array of ANSI string. And I think Pascal is not gonna complain. Identifier not found split string. Okay. So source position types .pp. How do I include things in Pascal? Does anybody remember? I think it's something like use. Pascal include Pascal use. Oh, holy shit. Use module. Uses. It's uses, not use. Uses, yeah. Types. I think that's what we'll have to do. and still, yeah, it doesn't support that. I think I've had to switch the Pascal to a special mode where it does have all that. And yeah, we'll see. So uses types. So identifier not found, split string. So let me see. Maybe that's what I have to do. Compile file. There was a pretty good thing here. Okay. What does it say? Identifier not found. Include the source of a split function in your program. The modern Reddit is so fucking pepega. Holy shit! It's just unusable. Okay, apparently, like, we don't have a convenient way to split strings, right? So use C-utils. If it's not gonna work, you're banned. You're wasting my time. Holy shit. Okay. Not listening to you again. Okay, let's see. Maybe we can do something. Pascal substring. Substring equivalent. You can use function copy. The syntax goes start and length. Okay. That's actually pretty cool. So one way we can do that, by the way, we can just write an algorithm that detects the commas, right? Detects the commas, and basically, you know, keeps track of everything and just copies the numbers that it found, and then we can convert them to integers. Pascal string to integer. str to int. No, it's actually paste the form, but it returns long int. But I mean, yeah, that's cool. All right. Let's see if it's easy to do something like that. We're gonna start by parsing the first element, right? So while we actually start with like I equal 0, and while I is less than length of the input, and or input I not equal, I think this is how we do that in Pascal, not equal to dot. By the way, how do you denote characters in Pascal? I forgot that. So okay, so yeah, and this is what we have here. We also have to keep track of the start, right? So here's the start, and then we're gonna have an end. Oh, holy fuck. Start, it's already taken. Finish. This is one, like, the reason why, like, so many keywords is bad, because you don't have enough names for your variables. So start is gonna be that, and finish is gonna be somewhere here. So, and this is gonna be finish. Right. And essentially we just do finish. By the way, don't we have something like ink? Yeah, I think we have ink, so we don't have to do it like that. Yeah, I don't remember that. So Pascal ink. Yeah, texted by var and so on and so forth. Okay. All right. Once it's over, we can try to do a substring. So Pascal copy, right. A string type or dynamic array type, and that blah blah blah. Okay, so then we can try to do something like this. Copy. So what we're copying input, start, finish minus start, right? Finish minus start, and this is what we can put here. Oh, this is actually cool. Vim gives me like a warning when I'm trying to use. Oh, this is so cool. That's already better than email. Look at that shit. Isn't that cool? Like every time I try to use the double quote, it just, you know, highlights it as red. No, bruh, this is not how we do that. Pass by reference, yeah, like Pascal supports passing by reference, if that's what you mean. I don't follow the chat, I'm not really sure what the fuck is going on. Well, yeah, okay, first, number is gonna be that, right. So maybe this is gonna work now. This is gonna work now. And let me try. Init sample, right? Init sample. And we provide the input. The input is, oh, that's so nice. It's really helpful. Okay, so that's what I want, and I think how do you exit from the whole program? I think it's something like halt. Yeah, I think it's something like halt. So this is the code to parse a single character here, nothing special. Let's try to build everything, and it doesn't build. So let's go here, operator. Operator is not overloading byte or char. Excuse me? What do you want from me? What do you want from me? Do you want, like, this thing? Maybe? Maybe that's what it wants? I don't remember. Function result does not seem to be set. Yeah, that's okay. I'm okay with that. Sample 1. Okay. So if I try to run this thing now, it didn't work. Because I think I have to do something like okay, let's not do inc +1 because definitely there's something wrong. I'm not sure what exactly is wrong there, but it shouldn't go into the infinite loop. It shouldn't go into the infinite loop, but it fucking does. It fucking does. Why does it go to the infinite loop? Halt. Oh, halt probably makes it. Okay. That's annoying. That's annoying. Alright. Can I just comment out? The only thing I want here is essentially just test. No, it was not halt. It was not halt. It was not halt. Why? What the hell is going on? This is such a simple loop. What? Holy shit. Excuse me. Like it... Where did I make a mistake? Where... On both. Hello. Yes, or... Yeah, I'm pretty... I was sure it was a very stupid mistake, yes. That and... Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you. Anaboth Osama, welcome. Really glad to see you. How are you doing? How are you living? Welcome. There we go. First number is 036, which is completely fucking incorrect. But yeah, we're struggling with Pascal. So yeah. While this thing. I'm fine, and I'm also doing fine, I suppose. Struggling a little bit with Pascal. So the ancientness of that language actually shows quite well, because yeah, it breaks all of the modern conventions of all of the programming languages. First of all, and especially one thing that pisses me off is that you have to use single quotes for strings instead of double quotes, and also Nobody uses this language, so the editor support for this language is absolutely horrible. Oh my god, because nobody uses it, so there's nobody to maintain all of that. But apart from that, it's okay, I suppose. It's okay. Makes me a little bit pissed off, but I'm trying to, you know, stay positive. It's really hard to stay positive when you're programming in Pascal, that's for sure, but it is what it is. All right. I always use single quotes for strings when I can. Well, this is because you're programming in JavaScript, so it's okay there. And the reason why you're doing that in JavaScript specifically is because a single quotes, if I remember correctly, they do not interpolate, right? Is that the reason? Right. So you do not accidentally like just, you know, maybe evaluate a variable or something. I don't know really the reasons. I don't really know how to program in JavaScript properly anyway, so I'm just guessing. So this is count. All right. So what does it? Why does it include the last character? Because if you have something like, oh shit. If you have something like 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, alright, and you have the finish, right? You have the finish. So if you do that, it will take 3. Okay, there's something absolutely wrong here. There's something absolutely wrong, and I don't understand what exactly. It feels like count is +1, but why is it +1? It should include comma. Index is 1 based. No, for dynamic arrays it's 0 based. Oh shit, oh my god, this is so bad. Okay. Why? Why are you doing that to me? Yeah, consistency is amazing. It didn't fucking work! Wait a second. It didn't even fucking work. Like I shifted by one finish that. I personally use start and finish are 0 based because they're 0, like the dynamic oh wait a second, strings are not, oh holy shit, okay, strings also are not 0 based. Yeah, I forgot about that. Luckily, chat, luckily I'm already bold, so I'm not molding. Yeah, cool. So while this thing also equal equal, and now we have a start, right? Now we have a start and then finish. Imagine if I wasn't bold already. Finally, here we go. Here it is. So first number is 0, so we managed to do that. On top of that, what I'm gonna do, I need to do str to int, right? So just to check if it will actually convert everything appropriately, right? And it didn't convert that because that thing does not exist. Str to int didn't really work. Variable sum, okay, so what are you even talking about? Not found. Str to int not found. Cool. Where can I get that shit? CSUtil, so maybe this is what I have to import. CSUtil. So this time it works. Should work at least. No local variable. Okay, that's cool. And okay, so we learned how to parse a single element of the array. This is just a single element of the array. Right. We'll have to do that until we reach the end of the file. So after that, we have to do something like start, finish, +1, right? So start, finish, +1. Start, finish, +1, and we have to keep doing that while start is less or equal length of the input, right? And this is where we're gonna do begin, and this is where we're gonna close that. Might as well actually put it like that, and it's gonna be this. It didn't work because I have no idea why. But the only thing I want to do, I want to just indent everything here. Thank you so much, I managed to indent that. Okay, so this is a single character. We are scaling it up to several characters. And so let's actually put something like this. So essentially it will iterate through the string and, you know, increment all of that. Finish, you think we need finish. Maybe we also need finish. Yeah, we need to synchronize them, but you can do something like finish plus start. How about that? It doesn't work. The percent doesn't work. Sorry. Unfortunately, the percent doesn't work. All right, so let me see if it's gonna work. And there you go. We parsed a string in Pascal in a very old school way. How about that? This is actually a very old school way of splitting string by character, right? It's a very old school way. You have 2 pointers and you just maintain these 2 pointers, and there you go. Yeah, this is essentially how you would do that in assembly, for example, right? Because you don't have these split operations and anything like that. You do that very low level with 2 loops and shit. And yeah, so the next thing we have to do actually, we have to append all of that to the array, right? So we're gonna have something like size. And we're going to put it like that, and the size initially is going to be 0. Might as well actually initialize it like this. I think I should be able to. Now, instead of printing it, we're going to do the following thing. Sample size equal this thing. Yeah. And then size is going to be size +1. So this is how we push that element to the array, and this is how easily we can basically initialize the sample stuff, and then afterwards we have to return init sample size. There we go. Whether this T indicator shows actual temperature, it shows the temperature of the CPU, and it's so high because well, because I use a laptop, that's why. Okay, so, and we can have something like this. So this is a sample, right? This is that. And we don't have to do this shit anymore, right? Right, because now I can do, wait a second, size like this, and yeah, solve, I provide this sample, then size, and that's it. There we go. So if I want to have like a different sample at some point, are doing a project to build an actual T thermometer. That would be interesting. I don't know, like mug with, you know, some sort of Arduino at the bottom. Yeah. That would be interesting. But yeah, sounds interesting actually. And then I can actually take all of these samples. I can take all of these samples that are presented here and just test all of them, right? So let me see if I can do that. Yeah, there we go. So, and luckily, we have a rectangular selection. Yep. Oh shit, I should have actually used it like that. There we go. This is not what I want. Cool. Size. Init sample. sample. Cool. Chat, you see? I do know how to use Vim. Isn't that epic? Isn't that epic? I think it's goddamn fucking epic, man. So, and what's fun is that I have to do that shit after all of them. But what if I put all of these inputs into the array as well? How about that? I think that would be actually kind of cool. Like, basically have an array of those strings. Can your Emacs do that? Emacs can do that. It does have rectangular selections. So let me see. So this is an array. And let's have something like input. Oh, Feifu, hello. Haven't seen you in a while. How are you doing? So can I, if I'm initializing, do I yeah, I think I have to do it like that. All right, let me remove all of this. And I want to grab this thing here. I want to grab it like that. And unfortunately, I cannot just insert it like this because it's a rectangular selection, because this is how it's going to insert it. Is there any way to insert rectangular selection not like that, but actually appending new lines and whatnot? Is there any tool that doesn't support rectangular selection or multiple cursors? ED. But even in ED, I think you can kind of emulate with stuff, with you know, S command or something. So the only way I can do this thing, right, is I can just add a bunch of these things, and then like this, yeah, which is not convenient. So I always wonder, like, how can you insert these things without all of that hassle? But doesn't want to indent. Okay. So will that work? Let's see. And compilation has been aborted because why? What does it say? Syntax error expected, but this thing found. So that means you cannot easily initialize it like that. Do you have to do it like this? Local variable n is not used. Yeah, we don't need it. Anything else? Syntax error. I think it has to be just that. Yeah, okay. Like, I keep forgetting that dynamic arrays cannot be initialized like that. Alright, so, and how many of them do we have here? We have 8 of them. So relative numbers are actually kind of useful, right? So zeros, so this is 0. Oh yeah, so this is 0, this is 6, that means we have 7 of them. So maybe I can do something like 6, right? And that will work for me. Incompatible type constant 6, small integer. Oh yeah. So it's actually string, small string. So what else do we have here? Oh, it doesn't support trailing commas. For all of the trailing commas fans out there, it doesn't support it. It doesn't support it. Cool. Now, so maybe we can have something like constants, const n. I think you can do something like integer equal to 7, right? This is how many of them we have. And then we can do -1, and then we will have to increment it. Luckily, the compiler will tell you that you forgot to increment that. So size doesn't really matter, and let's iterate. So this is I. For I 0 to n-1, do. You see, you notice how I sometimes put a semicolon here and then do? Guess where I got that reflex from? Guess. Who can tell me? Who will be the first one? Yes, Anaboth knows. Anaboth fucking knows. I would give you VIP, but you already VIP, Anaboth. So, but I can give you another VIP. Yeah. It's bash. This is from where I got that reflex. All right. Two-time VIP, yeah, two-time champion of the channel. All right. So this is what we're gonna have here. We're gonna just only initialize this thing once. And I think we're gonna do solve input, sample, size, and I think that's it. So solve input, what does it return and what does it print? It doesn't even return anything, so it automatically prints everything for us. Okay. I'm running a little bit C#, and for me this looks cursed. Well, you are probably too young. Musiger Bayer was Druid, right? Yeah. So if you were a little bit older, you would probably recognize this thing. Yeah. So this has to be an input, yeah, for sure. Input I, and let's see. Always forget how to use, yeah. The only thing I remember about case is that you have to close case with EZAC. So that's the only thing I remember. Okay, so let me see. Can't evaluate constant expressions. Really? Wait, what? You can use vim command mode put register to past text that was rectangular copied in a single line without weirdly blocking behavior. Okay, let me try to do that. Okay, so if I'm gonna copy paste that, put, and which register name is that? A register number? I don't even know what is the 0. Holy shit! Thank you so much. That's really strange, and it feels like a hack, right? It feels like not really like intentional behavior, but sort of like emergent behavior. But yeah, thank you so much. Okay, there's another problem. Thank you, Sergeant Simp. I can't evaluate constant expression. Why can't you evaluate that? Like, just evaluate a constant expression, because n is constant. You should be able to evaluate it, but it doesn't want to. Right. Oh, God. So, let's put it like this, and that's what we'll have to do here. To be fair, I might as well just, you know, put it like this, and then just take the length of the array anyway. Yeah. Length input -1. Will that work? Yes, it did work, but it didn't work at the same time. Right. It did work and didn't at the same time. I wonder why. Thank you, Simp. Very cool. Variable sample doesn't seem to be initialized. Yes, that's true, but I'm initializing it in init sample. Interesting. I literally have init sample function, and I pass sample there, initializing it there. And the compiler tells me sample is not initialized, but I mean, it's a warning, so. Variable sample doesn't seem okay. That's really. Did I do everything correctly? I feel like I'm not doing everything correctly. So it shows me the same thing, but for which one it shows it? So input. So okay, I initialize it here. Chat. I don't want to do it anymore. Okay, one element array. It has to be something like, okay. 104, which is not correct, by the way, which is definitely not correct. Right, so what exactly did I do wrong here? So when I'm initializing the sample, can I also print the elements that I get? I just want to see the elements. Right, can I do that? For I starting from 0, to input size, which is -1. Do done. Fuck. For one more time to input size. And there is another thing. There's like escape time in the team UX that also pisses me off. Cursed indentation. This is because that was done in Emacs. I do know that this indentation is bad. I do know, because I started this thing in Emacs. In Emacs was indenting it one way, and now Vim indenting it the other way. I don't really have time to focus on that. I'm really sorry on the both if that is annoying, but it is what it is. I just don't have time for that. Okay, so input. Also, for some reason, because of TeamUX or something else, the Vim does not react quick enough for my escapes, and it just skips some of the keys. I just skip some of the keys, and I don't understand why. All right, let me try to do that one more time. And it's all of them is 0. Nice. So it didn't do shit. Okay, that's cool. So it didn't initialize anything. It just builds, it basically filled everything with zeros. It filled everything with zeros. Why? Did you need pass by reference? Maybe. So I thought that arrays are already passed by reference, so that's why I didn't do that. Let me just double check one last thing. Let me double check one last thing, and I'm gonna try to do the reference thing. Okay, but also it returned 4 elements, right? It returned 4 elements, and the question is why? Because yeah, I didn't do -1. Okay, so that's probably one of the things I'll have to do. I'll have to do var here. So, wait a second, does this mean that it actually copies the array if I put it like that? That's very strange. Okay. Okay, it works now, thank you. Who said that? Cheto. Yeah, thank you so much. You're gonna get trusted. Actually, somebody helpful in the chat. Yes. So it has to be passed by the reference. You know what is another thing? You know what is another thing I want to do? I want to print that sample, right? So we're gonna do something like this, right? ln sample, and we're gonna put it here. The terminology here is bad. I do realize that. I'm sorry. Okay, cool. Now I'm gonna try to do it like that. Oh shit! Just. Okay. So how many of them do we have here? I can count it myself. 6, 7, so it's gonna be up to 6. All right, here they are. So, and we have 1, 10, 27, 78, 4, 38, 135, and that's exactly the numbers we have here. Yeah, that's exactly the numbers we have here. How about that? Cool. So everything is okay. Now the next thing we have to do, we need to add the actual input here, the actual input of the problem, right? The actual input of the problem, and let us see if it's gonna do some stuff. And it didn't even compile because why did it complain local variable not used? Jesus Christ, okay. Yes. Oh, holy fuck. Is that because I need to increase this thing? What an unhelpful like error message. Yes, I know it's a trailing comma. This is not my point. I know that it's a trailing comma. I mean, it was not a trailing comma, by the way. It was not only trailing comma. Look at that. Look at that shit. Look at that shit. This is the most unhelpful error message I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, look at this shit. Holy fuck. This is so useless, and it's a waste of everyone's time. So what is going on here essentially is that, yes, you forgot to increment this thing. This is what this error message is like telling you. Holy shit, this is so bad. This is like horrible. Fucking horrible. I'm speechless actually. Like all right. So parser already checks there. Yeah, this is so strange. Like, why are you fucking checking that at the parser level? Like, what? Oh, it's a single pass compiler. Yeah. Okay. So I suppose the answer has to be this. First try. How about that? How about that? Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? I think it's pretty goddamn fucking amazing. Okay. Holy shit, using Pascal was a mistake. I'm literally molding. Oh my god. Okay, so let's take a look at the part 2. So part 2 is gonna kill me, right? It's actually pretty small. I mean the description is pretty small. Impressed. The else issue you a challenge determine the holy shit, the 3000th number spoken, for example, given. Oh shit. Okay. I mean, it's not that big of a number in 2020. 30 millions is not that big. I mean, yeah. So usually like 1 million can be like within the second. But the number is gonna be actually pretty goddamn big. But to be fair, even for that one, the number is not that big. I wonder if brute force will work and they're debating you again. Yeah, I think the brute force will work. This is not that big of a number, to be fair. Wait. Yeah, it is big number because it's a n square is gonna be painful. N square is gonna be painful for sure. So essentially, you need a quicker way of finding the previous way than O of n, right? You need something like at least log n, and n log n in that case is going to be reasonable enough, maybe. Probably it would be even better if you manage to make it like O of 1. In that case, it's going to be pretty much linear. So yeah, essentially, instead of array, you can have a hash table that keeps tracks of when was the last time you see that number. Yeah, you can just use hash table of some sort. Yeah, so a hash table is actually gonna be good because hash table is gonna give you like O of 1. And you're gonna end up with just linear time here, and basically you just need to do 3 million iterations. Just use hash tables in Pascal. I mean, we can implement hash tables in Pascal, and since you are at Sodding Simp, you know that we already implemented hash tables before on this channel. Right? We implemented them for AIDS. If you didn't know that, are you really at Sodding Simp? Are you a real Sodding Simp? Wait a second. Okay, so it's gonna be Rexim 8. Yeah, you do know that. Alright, so fake simp. Oh, I'm joking, of course. You're the real simp. You're the real simp. I believe in you. So where's the hash table? Yeah, wait, we do have hash map. Yeah. And we can just take this implementation and translate it to I almost said Haskell, Pascal, and just use it there. But I'm not sure. Maybe we can just find a hash table in Pascal. Pascal hash table. Pascal, yes, Pascal. TFP string hash table. Welp. I'm pretty sure this thing is not going to be available for me, so... Sim doesn't have a Ahegao, but I mean, they're actually subscribed recently. That's okay. That's okay. Okay, so let me see. Even if it's not the best implementation, at least it's better than the linear time, right? I mean, chat, stop bullying Simp, okay? Stop bullying them. Come on, it was a joke. I was joking. Everything's okay, right? Stop harassing Simps. No bullying. All right. We're not bullying. Okay, sure. Do I jump into implementing the hash table in Pascal? Do I really jump into that? If I'm gonna jump into that, I need to pee, because it's kind of difficult to implement hash tables with a full ladder. So yeah, small break. And do I have enough water? Yeah, I think I'm gonna like take 3 minutes break. What's funny is that I think so far I'm not using any like weird extensions for Pascal. I think so far this is a legit, like, you know, classical Pascal. I'm not using object Pascal or anything like that. I like how you don't even say Vodus later anymore. because I didn't think we're gonna have time to do Vodus. We will have time to do C++. Because somebody recently submitted pull requests to AIDS. I got 2 pull requests to AIDS and 1 issue to AIDS. By the way, whoever submitted that, I saw your pull request and issue. Thank you so much. We're gonna look into them on today's stream. So somebody is actually using that, and I especially like the pull request, the first pull request that we've got. Yeah, I think... Goddamn. Wait a second. Is it I Good Duke? No, this is not I Good Duke. Or is it? Yeah, okay. We're gonna look into that after the advent of code, alright? We're gonna look into that after the advent of code. But somebody's actually using this thing. I was surprised. Somebody liked the idea of C++. Alright, let's make a small break and you guys have fun. Yo, what's up? I'm back. I didn't refill the water. I don't know why. I guess I forgot about it. So, let's just relax and do a chill implementation of a hash table. How about that? By the way, I really want to apologize that sometimes I get really pissed off and wind up about stupid things like, you know, editors and languages. Yeah. I really feel bad afterwards. But yeah, when I'm like that, please don't listen to me. Yeah, I'm really sorry. I don't know why, but these kind of things just, you know, piss me off, and then I yell at people and feel bad. So yeah. Anyways, be kind enough to benchmark your current solution before you start to optimize it. Maybe with 100k. My current solution. So maybe we can try to do that. Sure, maybe. Yeah, that's a good idea, Crazy Wolf. Maybe it will be sufficient enough. So that means we'll need to parameterize this value. So first of all, it's not going to be a correct solution because integer is, as far as I know, 32 bits, right? It's not even 64, so something may not fit there, but maybe it will fit there. We'll see. So let's parameterize this n here. So it's going to be like this, and we're going to put n here. Yeah, there we go. So, and when we're solving, so the input is going to be 2020. Cute Cinderistry. Yeah. Maybe I am Sunder. Yeah, very funny. Very funny. Haha. Alright. So okay. Let me see. So I think I'm gonna do it this way. I'm gonna put th here, and it's gonna be n. Yeah. God damn it! Stop. Okay. All right. So yeah, this has to be this thing. Okay. So this is a sample to 1000th and so on and so forth. Let's start by increasing this stuff, right? As suggested. Oh my god, I forgot how to use Vim. Yeah, 100,000. Right, let's see. Yep. And oh shit, it's even worse than 32 bits. What's the size of integer in Pascal? Why is it mean, by the way? Because Emacs Pascal mode is horrible. It's 16 bit. It's a classical Pascal, by the way. It's a classical Pascal. Seriously. No. Yes, it is, because it's Pascal. You need to use long int or switch Pascal to a different mode. But the classical Pascal that was initially implemented by Nicholas Wirth, it was that, because it's a very old language. It's a very old language. 16 bits is enough for everyone. Yeah. So the thing we'll have to do here is probably replace integers with long ints, right? Pascal integer size. I want to see. Is there something? There's int64. Oh, that's actually pretty cool. Okay, so this is what I want to see. Free Pascal. There's a long int. Where's the table? Oh, here it is. So integer is 2 or 4 bytes. Oh, it's okay. It's small or long int. I see. Int 64. Let's just straight up use int64. But we shouldn't use it everywhere. I mean, for iterators like there's no reason to use int64, but we can, of course. But anyway, so let's replace integer with int64, and yeah. So array of integers, this size. The size doesn't really have to be. I mean, the size could be. Okay, let's actually replace everything with int64 just in case. Just in case. Yeah. Because you never know. You never know. Access violation. Holy shit. Alright, so maybe I can try to do something like int64. Let's actually switch it to long int, maybe. Why would it be an access violation? Why? How on earth? Doesn't make any sense. Did they change something? That's really strange. Yeah. Huh. Huh. Boxed segfault, maybe. Alright, so I can start by doing the following thing. Maybe we're gonna just do, you know, compiler assisted refactoring. Right, so this is gonna be like long int. Is it your int conversion? What do you mean int conversion? Oh shit. Yeah. str to int, yes. str to int. Yeah, that's a good point. Is there something like str to int64? There is. Okay, thank you so much. All right, so that's a very good point. Thank you. S integer int64. So I do it like that just because I want to see that I'm replacing everything correctly. I like to have control over what I'm replacing because this is how I usually do that in Emacs. Emacs. And so I suppose I have to just put 64 here and maybe that will work. No, it was not that. What is that? Why? An handled exception occurred, like, and it's like, it's a segfault. It's segfault straight up. Why? Why would it segfault? Doesn't make any sense. Huh. Out of bounds in array size, but how it out of bounds will happen just because of changing the type? You only have an array of 200. Oh shit, okay. Oh shit, I'm an idiot, yes I see. Okay, it has nothing to do with int60. Okay, that's a good one. Thank you so much. Alright. So how about we make a dynamic one, right, and that then I'm going to set length. Yeah, thank you so much, chat. Thank you. So how big we want to make it? Let's make it, you know, 3, like this. But just in case, to get rid of the, like, you know, one off by 1 errors, I'm gonna add 10 elements there as well. Right. So we have 8. Let's actually calculate that. Right. So we have something like this. Right. Plus 10. Right. And the size of int64 is 8. Right. This is how many bytes it will consume. This is how many kilobytes we're gonna have. This is how many bytes. Oh, megabytes. 240 megabytes. I think in 2020 I can afford that. Do I even have that much memory? I have 3 gigabytes of... wait a second. Yeah. I barely have enough memory to afford that. But luckily I have like 4 gigabytes of swap. So maybe with a swap I can do that. It's free real estate. Okay. Alright. Cool. Swap. Alright. Cool. Now, I'm gonna try to recompile that. And is it doing things? Alright. Oh, wait a second. No, I don't have it. Well, because we killed them. Let me try the following thing. Oh, this is not how I do that. What takes so much time? What is it doing? Is that set length? Is that set length? I think. Holy shit. Okay. That's very interesting. If I do something like this, so I'll say that give me 3,000 of these things. Yes! It's allocating memory that long. Holy shit. Why can't you allocate 200 one by one? Yeah, not just using mmap. The Pascal's allocator is trash. Holy fuck. Holy fuck, it's trash. Okay, so maybe we can work around all of this shit somehow. What if we're not gonna do allocation? What if we just literally just do something like this? You know, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Huh? Maybe it will pull it into the static memory of some sort, and we won't have to do that. We'll see, we'll see. The winner gets tea, that's for sure. Still waiting. What is it waiting for? Let me see. So it is consuming some CPU. It's waiting for static memory. Maybe I did something wrong. When I init the sample, do I take the length of the... I only take the length of the string. Is it because it's swapping? Alright, so maybe this is because of the initialization. Maybe initialization cannot properly finish or something. Oh, wait a second. You know what? Your loop starts from end of array. Where? Where my loop starts from array? I don't see that. From end of the array. Solve input. No, you know what I think was going on? Let me try it. I have a feeling input size is not the whole size of the array. Input size is not whole size of the array because we have the whole array and we have a separate size of how much it's filled. This motherfucker was copying them all along on each iteration. That's what was happening. So like this is not a problem, but holy fuck. Oh. Doesn't that mean... yeah, dynamic arrays are indexed starting from 0, don't worry about that. Yes. Strings are indexed starting from 1. Dynamic arrays are indexed starting from 0, right? And the copy function is indexed starting from 1. Welcome to Pascal, motherfuckers! And I was burned by all of that so far. Holy shit. Okay. My favorite language, by the way. Yeah, it was copying these arrays. At least Cabal is consistent, yeah. Okay. Now, let's try to rebuild everything, and I was right, it was copying these arrays. Holy shit, it was copying them. Like, the amount of times I shoot my foot is magnitudes higher than I usually do that in C. This language is more dangerous than C. No joke. Holy fuck. Well, okay, we can actually debate on that, or like consistency and inconsistency, right? Specifically in strings, it starts from 1 because the element 0 contains the size of the string. So it's not particularly inconsistent in that regard. It's just like at element 0 you have the size of the string. Because of that, the string cannot be longer than 255 elements, right? Because you have a single byte. You're supposed to, and also you're supposed to have like one, yeah. But why dynamic arrays are started from 0? Yeah, why dynamic arrays? It's sort of consistent. Okay, sure. Yeah, this language was invented by Nicholas Wirth, and by the way, it was invented as educational language, by the way. I mean, Belgian, like, look at the time it was invented in. Pascal, like when it was invented. It's a very old language. But this is not what I wanted to see, god damn it. For the time, it's a pretty good language. For the time, right. These days, this language is outdated. 50 years ago, come on. We already know more about programming languages and how to design programming languages than people did in 50 years ago, right? So we have all these, you know, theories, like type theories, like ergonomics of the language and stuff like that. We have a lot of experience building languages, we have a lot of experience in using languages. And another thing is that it was developed at a completely different time, with a completely different computers, with a completely different limitations, right? It's kind of unfair, right? Say, like, it's old. GS is, I mean, Pascal is older than GS. GS came out in 1995, and even after that it was modernized a lot of times, right? So it was brought up to, you know, up to the current time. But Pascal is not really updated that often. I mean, it is updated, there's like new dialects and stuff like that, but still. Anyway, so what are we doing? I understand what you're talking about, but I think dynamic arrays is supposed to reserve 0 for length. Huh. But why can I use 0 then? Am I corrupting the memory by starting from 0? Okay, let me actually Google that. Pascal dynamic arrays. No. Oh, you are supposed to reserve it for size. Ah, okay. But why does length work on dynamic arrays then? So if you're supposed to put it there, or is length working on dynamic arrays a recent thing, and initially in the initial design length wouldn't work on dynamic array? I don't quite understand, like why does it work then? Pascal is updated by Mercader, who owns their Delphi language, yeah. But yeah, so it's still there's a little bit quirks there and there. Anyways. So, yeah. And maybe because of that, by the way, we can make this thing a dynamic array. How about that? Let's try to make it dynamic. Because... So the problem was not in the allocator. The problem was not in the allocator. The problem was in the copying. So it was constantly copying. So I think it will allocate it quite quickly. Right, so if I try to do it now... Yeah, okay, so you see it allocated like 300 megabytes quite easily, quite fast. So the allocator is not trash. I'm taking everything back. Alright, so now let's try to, you know, see if the naive solution can calculate 100,000. By the way, I vaguely remember you wrote Forth on stream, right? There's another language. Oh yeah, we haven't tried Forth. You mean you're suggesting to use Forth at some point? I'll think about that. Sounds like a good idea, actually. Okay, so it is doing things. It is doing things. Do a problem is BCL. Is that a common Lisp implementation? I mean, it's just an implementation. Yeah, if I'm gonna do a problem, I will probably do it in common Lisp, not necessarily in SBCL, because, I mean, you can also do it in C Lisp, right? Why not C Lisp? For Tolly languages, PowerShell. Well, I mean, we can do PowerShell, but that would be really scraping the bottom of the barrel of the languages, in my opinion. And that's quite interesting. Look at that. Let's give it a try. Okay, that's a good point. But I think to speed things up, we will have to get rid of these things. Let's try that. So this one is going to be 0, right? And let's put it this way. So this is the value that we have to find, right? This is the value that we have to find. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and yeah, let's see. Let's see what's happening. Ada, no, we haven't done Ada. To be fair, a lot of people asking me to do Ada, which is quite interesting. Like, I didn't know that Ada is that popular of the language. Is that like a meme language? Because I still cannot figure out why people ask me to do that language, because it's really, it looks like a really mundane language. Like, why would people want me to do that? If we would try something like Idris Agda, but maybe another good choice for later advent of problems. My problem with Idris and Agda is that they're really like really unstable and in an active development. So I'm not sure if I want to fight with them. Is this the first language when people Google all programming languages? So, oh, that explains it. Oh, it's a safety critical language, like Rust, like Rust. Okay, so let's try to do this thing. Right. Are you guys ready? I wonder how much time it will take to do that. All right, so I'm gonna time it. And while we're waiting for 30 millionth number, let's make a cup of tea. Let's make a cup of tea. What's funny is that I'm not even allocating any memory while I'm searching for it. I already pre-allocated memory, so I can just leave it there and be sure that it's not gonna leak or anything, right? So this is actually pretty cool. Both Idris and Agda rely on dependent types for yeah, I know that. My before took 30 seconds, not really optimized. You could build an modular with a print. In a modular 100K with a print. I'm not really sure what you mean by that phrase, but yeah. Okay, so here's the idea. I'm gonna make a cup of tea. I'm just making a cup of tea. And if by the end of me making a cup of tea, this thing does not finish searching for the solution, I'm gonna stop it and we're gonna just implement the hash table idea. So yeah. Does anyone have any questions, by the way, while we're doing all of that? Would you try Julia programming language? I think so, but I'm not really sure when. He means to print the current turn every 100 turns so printing doesn't slow down the program. Ah, just to see how quickly it finds them. Okay. Q&A session for 1 hour while making cup of tea. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, feel free to ask me anything right now. So, for example, what kind of tea I'm making, right? Do I drink coffee? Or, you know, stuff like that. Yeah, it's too late, I mean, already. So, yeah, I suppose Ada and Julia are definitely on my list. I'm just not sure when I'm gonna do them. How many cups of tea a day? Okay, before the stream, I already drank like 2 cups of tea. This is my what? So I drank the 3rd one on the stream. This is my 4th one, and there is a possibility that I'm gonna take a cup of tea after this stream. So it's gonna be around 5 for today. Is that too much? Do you put alcohol in tea? No, I don't drink alcohol at all. I don't smoke and I don't drink alcohol. It's a black tea, yes. Are you going to do Advent of Code in dependently typed language? That's an interesting question. But I already did it in C++. So yeah. C++ is dependently typed, you know. Did you know that? Dependently typed languages is languages where the types can be indexed by values. Templates. So it's essentially like C++ templates, but on the next level. You can actually do more with these languages than with C++ templates. Have you tried masala tea? No, I've never tried it. Is it good? Okay, so maybe I should put some sort of a warning here. How is the memory looking? Memory looking good because I'm not reallocating anything. I pre-allocated a buffer and the memory is not growing, so yeah. So I just allocated as much memory as I need and I just don't touch it. So that's why I'm not worried about this thing like leaking or, you know, taking all the memory of the system. So current, yeah, it's n squared. It's n squared. It's probably not gonna, you know, finish. So yeah, I was just trying to give it a shot. Yeah. Anyway, so let's turn on the candle. You could have print message every million passes, for example. That would help to estimate time. It's too late, I'm sorry, Gutuk. Yeah, so we're still waiting for the tea. I'm gonna stop this process once I get a cup of tea. So until I get a cup of tea, I'm not stopping it. Right. So it's actually quite convenient to do this kind of stuff with TMUX. What languages do I recommend to learn? I recommend learning Turing-complete languages. Not Turing-complete languages are not really useful. Okay, so Advent of Code and this one. Let me see. Let me see. By the way, Nuffly, I recently checked your Twitter and I died out of laughter. Jesus fucking Christ. I'm really sorry, but yeah. Holy shit, I didn't even know that it's a thing. This is the most hilarious thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Oh my god. I'm so glad that I checked your Twitter. Holy shit. Okay, so yeah, I noticed that you're participating in this shit. This is so cool. Scott Dev, thank you so much for gifting a tier 1 sub to Nuffly. Thank you for supporting the channel. And Nuffly, welcome to our epic Zoomer Club. So essentially it's a program to get Zoomers out of the Twitter, right? It's funny and clever at the same time. I really like it. Why do you keep... yeah. I really like this idea. So yeah. Essentially, you have to be Zoomer, you have to stop using Twitter, and while you're not using Twitter, you have to build something, and then you have to show that to the organizers, and they will possibly give you money. And Nuffly's participating in that. It's so funny and clever. I like it. It's so cool. So yeah. So I'm gonna give the link here. Yeah. You just have to be Zoomer and you have to stop using Twitter, and they will give you money for that. So yeah. Thank you, Nafli, by the way, for showing me that. This is so cool. I mean, it's a pretty cool event, I suppose. I mean, yeah. Can I stop using Twitter if I don't have it? You can make a Twitter account just to stop using it. I already stopped using Twitter. Where do I get my money? Are you a Zoomer, Anaboth? You also have to be a Zoomer. Okay. Unfortunately, I'm too old for money. I'm a boomer. Give me money. I'm the... Nah, no, you're no Zoomer. I can't rule how old I am. Sorry. That's okay. Just joking. All right, we're still waiting. We're still waiting. What's up, heroes and plots? Welcome to the stream. So, does anyone have any other questions while we're waiting for the brute force, which is probably not gonna work? Which is probably not gonna work. So yeah, any questions? Maybe? Or maybe you have something to say to me? You can say anything to me. Maybe I should just start, you know, making a hash table. Pascal records. It's gonna be a record, probably. Record. Yeah. So we need to introduce a new type. Hash table, right? It's gonna be a record. And so here we're gonna have buckets, right? We're gonna have buckets of these things. It's gonna be array of yeah, int64. We're gonna actually hardcode specific types. It's not gonna be very generic. It's not gonna be very generic. And we're gonna have. Do we need a size? Do we need a size? I don't think we need a size. We also need some sort of indication what buckets are already filled and what buckets are not. But this is if we're gonna use like the open addressing resolution. We might not necessarily have to use open addressing. We can try to, we can do a linked list one. Yeah, so with 8 we implement open addressing. Maybe this time we're gonna use like a linked list. Is that a shower curtain to your right? Yes, I'm in the bathroom. What's up, Epic Gamers? Shower stream, yes. I'm preparing to move to Chatterbait. MM2PL, hello, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Welcome. We're programming in Pascal. Yes, we're solving an advent of code in Pascal. And we already solved part 1 of day 15 in Pascal, believe it or not. OnlyFans, yes. Okay, so we're using the dumb solution to find the second part. And it's probably not gonna work, but I'm just waiting for my tea, and once I get a cup of tea and the solution is not done, I'm gonna stop it and we're gonna work on a faster solution. Do you live in a small house? No, I live in a Soviet apartment. You know, have you like ever saw like Soviet buildings or something like that? Have you seen them? Not really. Yeah, I'm living in an apartment in one of those buildings. Yeah. I mean, I'm in Russia, so I've never seen them. Well, I mean, you just need to visit Russia from time to time. think I just let my tea to steep a little bit more. Just gonna let it steep a little bit more, and it's still going. It's still going. It's not gonna, do it very fast. I'm sitting at home 24/7. I don't need to visit Russia. Exactly. That's one of the reasons why, like, I haven't moved to like outside of Russia. People constantly ask me why am I still living in Russia? Why don't you move to a different country, like to Europe or US? To be fair, I kind of want, but at the same time, so I'm thinking, okay, I move to Europe or US. What I'm gonna do there? I'm gonna do the same shit I do here. Just sit at home all day on the internet. Like, what's the point? What's the difference? Nothing's gonna change in my entire life. Like, literally, if I moved it like outside of Russia. So nothing fucking changed. Yeah, and cost of living is gonna be increasing. So that's why. Yeah. Why don't you move Russia to other countries? I mean, that sounds really wrong. I don't think those people are gonna be very happy about it. But you will sit at your European home. Interesting. What's the difference between Russian and European home? Okay, so I think we're ready. I think we're already shut. We're ready. It's like small places to live in also low-cost places. Thailand. I think Thailand is actually a perfect place for me. Like, so the cost of living is low there. Maybe. So to be fair, I'm currently living in a pretty small place. I'm living in Akademgorodok, which is the, scientific center of Novosibirsk. Slow but too hot. Way too fucking hot. Okay. Sex tourism, yeah, sure. Okay, so let's continue. So I already have my cup of tea. I'm already sipping on my cup of tea, and I still don't have any fucking solution. Fucking Control-C that. Big. It's been 15 minutes, by the way. Coding tourism. I'm trying to make a joke about the person who's at the top of the code forces. Yeah, the name probably knows who we're talking. I don't know. Well, if you take a look at the code forces, the person at the top of code forces is tourist. the code tourist. Okay, anyway. So, let's continue. So let's implement this shit. Oh shit, I already have it open. Oh, fuck. Oh shit. Quit. Alright. So what I wanted to do here, let me see. So let's try to implement like every millionth, right? And see how quickly it grows, right? Let's see how quickly it grows. Maybe every 100 or so. It probably grows very slow, so it doesn't make any sense. Anyway, let's go ahead and implement hash table. So guys, which hash table should we implement? The open addressing one or with the linked lists and shit like that? He quitted Vim. Is this a gut cooler? Yes, I am a gut cooler. I know how to quit Vim. Look. I'm gonna show you how to quit, quit Vim. Okay. This is not how. There we go. I quit Vim. All right. Can you quit ED though? Look. This is ED. All right. Content. Yeah, the chat turned into ED. All right. So, yeah, we need the capacity, but to be fair, we already know the capacity of this mother flipper, right? Because we can just take the length of these buckets, and that's literally the capacity. But another thing that we'll have to keep track of is the size, right? And I'm gonna use int64 for the size as well. So here's the hash table, pretty much. here's the hash table. I probably will need some sort of like a constructor to initialize all that, but maybe not. We'll see. Chat interaction spike for unknown reason. Well, I mean, because I opened ED. You already know the capacity, so do you really need a hash table? Oh, I know what you mean. So basically, yeah, I see. That's a good point. Wait a second. Why do you make so much sense, Jiang? You're very reasonable. You're too reasonable for me. Okay. Let me see. So here is the sample. By the way, Aiguduke gifted tier 1 sub to Anna both. Oh my god. Aiguduke. Thank you for supporting the channel, and Anna both. Welcome to our epic Pascal club. That's right. Epic Pascal club. Jiang backseat. No, Jiang is actually, to be fair, every time Jiang like suggests me something, he really knows what he's talking about, like seriously. Yeah. Okay. I'm just thinking, maybe I don't even have to pass the sample as arguments if I simply move this entire stuff above all of the functions, right? Just move them above all of the functions so they have an access to all of that. And because of that, maybe we can actually simplify a lot of stuff here, right? So you can do, yeah, so this is the sample size. Yeah, let's actually try something like that. I want to like share all of that stuff between the things. So let me quickly do that. So this is the previous thing. This is the previous thing. And in here is going to be that. Solve input for n, right? And then we'll have to go through all of the, you know, compilation errors and fix them. So we're going to do a compiler-assisted refactoring. Okay, so let me try to do that. It's going to be cmake. You see, chat, I'm actually using cmake. How about that? So I think this has to be a sample size. Let me call it a sample size. Yeah. Oud9, welcome Oud9, hello, really glad to see you. We're programming in your favorite language of all time. How about that? We're almost there. We already solved part 1, and yeah. Let's see how it goes. And input size. It's not the input size actually, it's a sample size. Pascal, short string, okay. And this has to be a sample. Okay, so, solve. So I'm gonna do something like this. Replace input with sample. Right, that one, 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 that one. So what's fun is that when you find the previous, you don't have to pass this stuff anymore because it's a global. We're using global variables, by the way. We're using global variables because they make, you know, doing this kind of stuff a little bit easier. But it's a Pascal, right? It's a Pascal, so it's okay to do weird shit in this language because the language itself is kind of weird as well. So yeah. All right. So we have size here, and this is supposed to be a sample size. To be fair, when we are initializing the sample, maybe we don't even have to pass anything. Yeah, we just have to pass this thing. And yeah, we don't need that. So I'm dramatically simplifying the code. Hopefully. So this is not the size, this is the sample, and this is sample size. Jewel, thank you so much for 5 months of tier 1 subscription. Thank you, and welcome to our epic Pascal clap. How about that? How about that? Isn't that amazing? Thank you. So I want to double check. Does ink work? Why didn't I want to do ink in Pascal? Why didn't I want to do ink? Ink accepts it as var, so that means I can just do something like ink finish and just remove that, and then ink size, just remove that. Yeah, it's actually not size, it's actually sample size. Sample size. There we go. Sample size, and can remove that. Oh, and sample size initially has to become 0, and we'll have to keep incrementing it. So function does not return any result. Yeah, that means because it's a procedure. Chat, what is going on? What is going on? Chat, relax. Relax, chat. Calm down. Everything's okay. Everything's okay. We're gonna solve that problem, okay? We're gonna solve that problem. Don't even worry about that. Alright. Cool. I broke something. Yay! Nothing is going on in chat. Relax means to stream. Okay. We problems. Ah, I see. I'm just trying to refactor the code. I'm just trying to refactor the code. Vim code deadly signal term. Yeah. So set length. Then we init the sample. So when I need to go through all of these things, initializing the sample. Did I make any mistake anywhere? Init sample. Init sample. All right. Where is the? Okay, here's the init sample. Start, finish, sample size is that. Then we're iterating everything. Then we're once we found this thing, we're filling up. We're adding that to the sample. We're just adding that to the sample, incrementing the sample size, and continuing. Just continuing until we're done. So init sample, I don't see any problem with init sample. What about solve input? By the way, I think solve input has to be called solve sample. Let's call solve sample. Right, something like this. There's only 2 places. Solve sample. Okay, so here's the previous index. Sample size. While sample size is less than n, right? We're just finding the previous. That gives us the previous index. And then we're incrementing the sample size. And to be fair, we could have just done sample size like this. Don't see any problem with that. Okay. I don't see any mistake. Did I make any mistake though? Did I make any mistake? I don't know. I don't know, chat. I don't know. Actually, it took some time to evaluate that, but all right. So welcome back on the both. Welcome back. How much does it cost you stay there? I'm giving 4K door inches. 4K, Jesus fucking Christ. Around like this per month. Imagine living in New York. I'm not even joking. This is like including rent, food, builds everything. Again, the only reason why I'm streaming every day, and this is my job, is because of this. If I, for example, lived in Moscow, I wouldn't be streaming. So this is literally the only reason why I stream every fucking day. And this is why I'm actually thinking, do I really want to move anywhere? It's like, I mean, it's kind of okay in here, I suppose. Like, it's not that bad. I'm going to be fair, I'm actually living pretty minimalistic life, so the average cost in Novosibirsk is higher than that. Actually, it's higher than that. I just basically save on a lot of things. Yeah, because yeah, I don't want to work. Well, I mean, there's other reasons, but it's primary one. Why not work for JetBrains? Because you have to work. Okay, so let me see. Like on exactly Odd9 knows, yes, exactly, like on hairdresser. Exactly. So why the fuck this shit doesn't work, chat? So okay, so let me see if I prepared the sample correctly. Did I prepare a sample correctly? I don't know. To input sample. Sample size, right, it's gonna be -1. Yo, Lambacote, what's up? What's up, Lambacote? How are you doing? Really glad to see you. So let's do right ln, and it's gonna be sample I already taken I. God damn. So I'll have to replace it with J, unfortunately. I'll have to replace it with J. The third biggest city in Russia. Yes, it is. It is the third biggest city in Russia. Yes. I'm moving where you stay. Okay, so here's the thing. The cost is the only positive thing here. The only. Think about it. Think about it. So yeah. Let's continue. So if I try to build that, it did initialize everything correctly. As far as you can see, here are the values. So the problem is not in the initialization. All right. So how about that? So that means that the problems were in a solve sample. Let's find out. Solve sample. So here's the previous index. While sample size is less than this thing, we're trying to find the previous index. So what about find previous? It's that, and the wind is going up in Novosibirsk. Yeah. So okay, let me try the following thing. I'm gonna simply take this stuff and move it to after we found the solution. So that should change something. Hopefully. Okay, that gave us a bunch of zeros. Yeah. So essentially, yeah, it basically didn't find shit. Yeah. Vladivostok, there, don't give a shit what happens in other parts of Russia. Are they still going, by the way? I don't really know. Are you from there? What's the best thing about Russia? I don't know. I think I need to move out of Russia to tell you right away. But foreigners who come to Russia, they say that the best part of Russia are people. So I don't know. Maybe that's true. Maybe not. For me, it's not obvious. Again, I need to like move out of Russia, like live outside of Russia for quite some time, then to realize what was the best part about Russia. But it's just right now, it's not easy. That's no, probably. Lindra Braga is gifting 1 tier sub to Tsodin community. Thank you so much for gifting a sub. Thank you for supporting the channel. And Entrodox, welcome to our epic Russian club. Okay. So there's something really wrong here, right? So a solution. It doesn't find shit. So previous index, right? Find previously. You have to actually, yeah, you need to accept the n. Oh shit! I know what happens. Sample size. I made the same mistake as at the beginning of the stream, right? So we'll have to do it like that. Int 60. Oh, by the way, in Pascal I can just do it like that. If you have two variables with the same type, you can just define them like this, and you don't have to worry about that. Yeah. So that's how we can solve the problem. And if I try to do my -b, like this, and there we go. I fixed the problem. So the problem is that find index should actually accept a virtual size. In America, people like guns. As far as I know, not everywhere. It just depends. Because I'm not American. I know nothing about America. All right. Cool. Who said guns? Now, so we're gonna have a share table. How do you know so many different programming languages? It's answered in my FAQ, by the way. Check out my FAQ, and one of the last languages, one of the last question there, and it's answered there. All right. So we're gonna have a hash table, right? We're gonna have a hash table, and how we're gonna call it? Hash table. Hash table is gonna be also array of int 64. So I want to put this thing to a constant, right? Constant. The constant is going to be called capacity, right? So let's just call it capacity, and let's put it somewhere here. So it's going to be const capacity, and I'm going to just put it like this. So here's the capacity. And we do the same thing here, so it's going to be hash table. So, and both of them have enough capacity, so that will double the amount of these things in size. Oh, and you know what? We're gonna use -1 to indicate that we already, this slot is free, and set length actually accepts a value to initialize all the elements with. This is actually pretty cool. I really like this. Imagine it's like real log, but on top of that it accepts what to initialize the array with. This is actually amazing. Yeah, -1 is going to be used for indicating that this slot is free. It's actually quite important. All right. So so that means we will have to have like a half of a gigabyte of memory. Do I even have that much memory? Like I need 500 megabytes, and I have 1 gigabyte of free memory. All right, I think I just, yeah. So yeah, I don't know what actually free. At any point, I can just close all of my browsers and close all of my tabs, and yeah. Isn't there 2 megabytes? Well, I mean, it says free 1 gigabyte, right? Again, at any point I can just close all of these tabs and it will give me like a couple of free gigabytes, for sure. Modern web, by the way. So let me see. We need two operations, right? We need two operations. The first one puts something to the hash, and another thing extracts something from the hash, right? Safe position, safe brief position, we can call it like that, safe brief position, so it will accept the position int 64. So it actually highlights it. I don't really like that it highlights that. And so this is the position and a value, right? So it has to be something like that. Value in 64, and this is position, and of course this is something like this. And this has to be a procedure, I think. Procedure. Begin, end. Right. So essentially, if you want to add that to the table, you just add it there. And function save previous position, get previous position, and it accepts a value, right? And returns you the position. And it may also possibly return you nothing. It may also possibly return you nothing. And the way we're gonna work with that, so I'm gonna implement get previous first, right? I'm gonna implement get previous first. So the index, right? The index at which we start in 64. Yeah, is gonna be value mod, if I remember correctly. What the fuck is that literal? Which literal? Excuse me. Which literal? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sorry. At the top of the file. Oh, it's a comment. It's not a literal, it's a comment. It's a block comment. Yeah, so I just commented out like the huge block here. So the comments in Pascal are curly braces. Or I'm not sure what you mean. But yeah. Anyways. So Christmas spirit in the chat. Can somebody please issue the you know, yeah, thank you. So, and we're gonna actually do like the capacity. So, and since the capacity is actually quite huge, I think it's not gonna, you know, collide very often. I think it's not gonna collide very often, but anyway. Okay, so now we have a hash table, right? And we look at the index, right? And if hash table is less than 0, right? If that is less than 0, then we can just literally return -1, right? And if hash table index is greater or equal than 0. Okay, so I think I see now. So we need to do while hash table index is greater than 0, greater or equal than 0, and not equal to what we're trying to find. Oh shit, we have to actually store both. Yeah, we actually have to store both. But do we need... Wait a second. Do we even... Are we gonna ever have any collisions? Are we ever gonna have any... Zhiyang, what do you think? Do we even really have to care? I think this is what you meant. We're probably never gonna have any collisions. We can just try to assume that. It's so dumb. Okay, so let's try to do that. Get previous position, and essentially, I'm gonna put an assert here. Does Pascal has any assert? Pascal assert. It does have. I'm gonna just put an assert there, and we'll see. So assert value should be less than capacity, right? So this is basically what we are asserting here. And we're gonna essentially just return, I mean, you can get predispose equal hash table value, right? And that's it. And save the previous position. Again, I want to do that through the functions just to be sure. And then we take the hash table, which is not really a hash table anymore, right? So, and we put it a value, position, and there you go. There you go. All right, so save the previous position, get the previous position, blah, blah, blah. Oh my God, it feels so good. Oh, sorry. Oh. Anyways, I really like touching my head. So fuck hair, all my homies hate hair. Yeah, exactly. Find, oh, and this one is actually very interesting if you think about that, because we have to push, keep pushing to the hash every time we append a value there. So that means we'll have to do that on initializing this thing. Right. So here's the sample, and we're gonna do something like save previous position value. We're saving the value, this value. So here's the value, and the position is sample size. There we go. Okay. Cool. Save the previous position. Here is a bloat, exactly. Here is a bloat. I mean, I'm a very pragmatic person, so it's just easier for me without the hair. So far, at least. To be fair, it takes a little bit longer to shave, right? So usually, I used to shave just my face, now I have to shave my face and my head. It takes a little bit longer, but I'm just hoping that the net output of that decision is gonna be, like, in the long term, like, worth it. I hope it's gonna be worth it. Alright, so save previous position. We saved the previous position. And unfortunately, oh yeah, so it's a little bit lagging behind. Yeah, it's lagging behind a little bit. All right, so we shouldn't add the last one there. Yeah, we shouldn't add the last one there. How can we even do that? How can we even do that? Because yeah, it's kind of I need to think about that. I need to think about that a little bit careful. All right, so here we added that one, but we shouldn't add it yet, unless we start adding it again. But that means we have to add it somewhere here. But if it's like the first one, we shouldn't add anything. So that's really inconvenient, but okay. If sample size is greater than 0, only then we're starting doing all of that stuff. Only then we're starting doing all of that stuff. And what exactly we're doing? Save previous position. So we're saving sample sample size -1, and the position is sample size -1. So we're a little bit lagging behind, like just a little bit lagging behind. And I want to test all of that, by the way. I want to test all of that. So I'm gonna move this thing here. I want to move this thing here. So here's the right sample J, and then we're gonna do something. Oh shit! Oh shit! Well, the hash table. Yeah, the hash table may not. Yeah, it's not particularly correct thing to do, but. Whatever. So we'll have to imagine that it works correctly. We have to imagine. Oh shit. Okay. So save previous position. So I only save it when we already have something, so we're lagging behind a little bit. Cool. We're lagging behind a little bit. So then, what we're trying to do here, we're trying to get previous position. And what we're trying to get the previous position for is for this value, right? We're trying to get the previous position for this value. And we found it, right? And it either returns 0. If it returns 0, we'll have to do it like that. And only then I will have to add it there. So it has to lag behind. It has to lag behind. All right. So previous save previous position of sample sample size -1, sample size -1 like this, and then we're adding a new thing here. Alright, so we're making sure that the last element never is located there, right? So it's a little bit lagging behind. Alright, so let me try to build all of this. It doesn't build because I forgot something. Semicolon, yeah, I forgot a semicolon here. Okay. Illegal expression. Yeah, probably because I forgot a double dick assignment. Run number of parameters. Really? Wait a second. Set length accepts 3 parameters as far as I know. Pascal, set length. What the fuck are you talking about, bruh? Wait a fucking second. Okay, it accepts. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, doesn't it? What is this? Huh. So this has only 2 of these things. It doesn't. But here it's a fill. But what the fuck is this then? What the fuck is this? For multi-dimensional. It's for multi-dimensional. I see. All right. It's for multi-dimensional. Okay. So do I have to fill it myself then? I mean, iterating from 0 to 30 million is not that hard, right? We can try to do that. So let me try to do that. So for I 0 to capacity, how's weather? It's okay, I suppose. All right. I can do that. I think it's not that, much. Come on. Hash table I weighted by higher dimension. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Let's try to make that. It still doesn't compile. Wrong number of specified set length. Oh yeah, I forgot to remove this thing. Okay. Warning component level 2 found. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Input is not used. That's okay. I'm totally fine with that. And now if I try to run that, yeah, look how much time it took. It literally took like half of a second to go through the entire array of, and just fill it up with -1s. I think we can afford that because the whole thing is gonna take even more time. So I think it's totally fine here. Right. So yeah. So all right. Yeah. Chat, why are you dead? Chat, why are you dead? Is everything okay? Is everything okay there? Do you want to tell me something? You want to tell me something important? We are not dead. Sure. Sure, Cap. Okay. Alright, let's see. And it worked. It fucking worked. So, let me see. I want to try to find previous position. So here is the find previous position. Yep. And make main. Okay, so it works. Now I'm going to enable all of the samples. I'm going to enable all of the samples and we'll see if it still correctly calculates all of them. So because that's what's important here. Compilation aborted because, yeah. What do you want? Is it because it's 7? Is it because it's 7? Yeah, that's why. Oh, holy shit. Where does it happen? Where does it happen? Like, I mean, I have a sort. I have a sort there. Assert. I don't understand. So the previous position. Previous position and yeah, it's some sort of off by one. The problem is that I shouldn't keep the previous element in the hash table, and that's what complicates everything. It complicates everything so much. Holy shit. So yeah, like I also constantly have to do this thing. Whatever. Okay, so this is correct. So that means I don't do anything weird in each sample. I want to check the stuff. So it's gonna start from 0 up until sample size, I suppose, right? So it's gonna be sample size for the it works for one sample. Yes, it works for one sample. Yeah. So write ln. Let me check something. Sample I. If it didn't, if it was not resetting global vars, it wouldn't. Oh, that's a good point. It's not resetting the hash table. Okay, thank you so much. That's actually a good point. Yep, that explains it. Holy shit. Yeah, that's essential. Thank you so much. Yes, that's very dumb. Yeah, and illegal assignment. Oh yeah, this is because I have to do it in the J. All right, so and let's try to run that, and it worked. It fucking worked, and the results seem to be correct. The results seem to be correct, which is nice. So the next thing is taking that and that and 7 0. So, and let's see what's gonna happen. Works. How about now unleashing the full power? So the capacity is actually plus 10. Okay, this looks good. We are unleashing the full power. How much time is it gonna take? Oh shit, that was fast. Why, is that correct? Okay. Fuck yeah. First try in an absolutely Pepega language. In an absolutely fucking Pepega language. How about that? Holy shit, I didn't know that I'm gonna be able to do that. This language doesn't have a shit. What's funny is that it's like a classical Pascal without any extensions. without any extensions. It's extremely difficult to do that in this kind of Pascal. Well, I mean, I guess int64 is a little bit of an extension, but apart from that, this is a classical Pascal. Holy shit. That's so cool. And it's fast as fuck. Seriously. Okay, let's actually remove this thing and only leave this one, right? So let's take a look at the time. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. What is your record, by the way, chat? What are your timings? What are your timings? Doing front run, it will be even faster. Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. 0 seconds. 2:99. Do we have anyone with, you know, 1:69? 5 seconds. Oh, by the way, put actually your timing and the language, because it might depend on language. None of them will ever exceed 3,000 because either you write 0 or write a difference between 2 steps, which can be... Oh, that's actually a good point. God damn. Thank you, Jiang. I don't know why it was not obvious to me, but I think it done. Holy shit, it's so simple, but I don't know why. Yeah. 5 second Julia. Huh. But did you jump by? Did you solve it the similar way as I did, or did you do it somehow differently? 1.9 roost. I see. 51 seconds in Haskell. God damn. Classic Haskell. Anyway, so that's actually pretty cool. Yeah. Actually solved. So let's go ahead and do a committee and then maybe even a pushy. How about that? So not on my microcontroller. Are you trying to solve that on microcontroller? God damn. So, but you can try to use like a, you know, maybe tree instead of hash map. Mega control. Okay, this is not what I wanted to do here. So AOC 2020, Pascal. So let's introduce git ignore, which will ignore all of the garbage here, right? And let's also add a readme file. Right. Day 15. Solution in Pascal. Do we have an official website of Pascal? Pascal. So what's the official website of Pascal? Does anyone know? Anyways, install free Pascal. Free Pascal. Cool. And make sure FPC is available in path, right? And then just do make, but make doesn't run anything. So let's also do this thing. For new test main, and just run this main. Cool. Mm-hmm. 15 add solution for day 15. Push. Okay, so you can find the solution here. It should be already available, and yeah, we already solved 15 problems, advent of code problems in 15 different languages. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? I think it's quite amazing. And each language is different, by the way. So far we solved in Rust, Haskell, Java, D, C++, Python, Go, JS, OCaml, C, NIM, Perl, C#, PHP, Pascal. And I wonder what's gonna be the next language. What's gonna be the next language? Nobody knows. Even me, because I picked them randomly, so... So yeah, but we only need 10 languages, right? So because there will be 25 problems, so we need 10 more languages. 10 more languages. I really like the sound, by the way. I like the sound. Wrong Pascal link on wiki. Oh no! We need somebody to submit a pull request to fix the link. Anyway. Cool. So, yeah, we're done for Advent of Code today. First, I'll think about first. I was thinking about doing that in first. We're done for Advent of Code for today because I'm not solving like the current problems because I don't want to spoil them for anyone. So, because like every time I stream a problem, I'm hoping that everyone has already solved that problem, so people can watch and make fun of me of like, you know, making stupid mistakes and stuff like that, right? So tomorrow we're gonna try to solve the 16th problem, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I wonder, it would be quite funny. Like everyone would expect 17, like 18 go back here. Imagine if 18 is gonna be like here. That would be quite funny. It would be so quirky and random. Can we do day 13 again? Probably. I mean, I can do day 13 again because I already know how to solve it, so it's not gonna be that interesting. So, I don't know. So, yeah. No, fuck day 13. I mean, you already know the solution. Why fuck day 13? You already know it. So let's make a small break because I need to pee. And after that, we are going to do what? We're going to take a look at some C++. That's right. After the Pascal, we're gonna do C++. Do we have any C++ fans in the chat? Any C++, C++ers? Alright, let's make a small break and you guys have fun. Yo, what's up? Welcome back. So, we're gonna quickly take a look at some pull requests that people submitted to AIDS. By the way, do you guys know what is AIDS? C++. Replacement for std. So I'm gonna put AIDS here today. For std, yeah, so something like that. That's gonna be the title. So if you don't know what is AIDS, it's a special library that is intended to be a replacement for std for C++. You can check it out here. Right, so, and I thought that I'm the only one who's using that library, but apparently other people are using it or like discovered it and trying to use it. So the idea of AIDS is that to program not in C++, but rather in something that I would call C/C++. It's actually located in my personal repo for some reason. Alright, so let's update project. Project, yeah, exactly. So what you're referring to as C++ is in fact C/C++, or as I've recently taken to calling it C++. C++ is not a programming language unto itself, but rather another free component of a fully functioning C system made useful by libc, preprocessor, and vital system components comprising a full programming language as defined by POSIX. So essentially, like the idea, the spirit of this library is that you're still programming in C, but with additional useful C++ features, right? C/C++ is not it is a thing. I'm using it, right? So developing AIDS C++ replacement for std. Okay, and we're gonna actually give the link here somewhere. There we go. Yeah, so let's take a look at it. So it has a lot of like useful, at least for me, useful features, and it works without a standard C++ library. So essentially you can just link only with libc. You can link it only with libc and it will still work. So it doesn't require any C++ specific features. And we have 3 pull requests already. Holy shit, that's a lot of them. Alright, so let me actually go and update this thing. Then why my C does not compile on C++ compilers? Well, I mean, you're relying too much on the weak type system of C. Stop relying on weak type systems. Alright, so let's continue. Int classical one, yeah, exactly. It's not gonna work well. I think it has to be located somewhere here. It's, oh yes, it's located here. Yeah, there we go. Let me fetch the stuff. So, from origin. I don't remember if I developed, like if I released anything recently. So apparently I didn't, which is actually quite cool. So they are mine pull requests. Oh, okay, thank you, Darrington Sydney. Thank you, I will take a look at them right now. So this is essentially a single header library, right? It's like has 1,000 of lines of code, and it has like different things, like for example, it has a hash map. It has different, like sort of different printers. It has UTF-8 support, and it's quite cool. It's quite cool. I'm using it in all of my C++ projects. There are pull requests. Okay, let's take a look at the first one. String view has string views has suffix. All right, so string view is a special class in here, which is essentially like a string view from std, but in a spirit of C++, right? So it's a simple structure that has only 2 fields, count and the data, so it's like side string, and has a lot of different functions that allow you to parse this string view, like taking subviews and so on and so forth. Here are like, you know, different things here. And let's take a look at this thing here. Hello, Alexei. It's quite fascinating journey to program in C++. Thanks to this very library, I really enjoyed. Today I present you string views has suffix function. Nice. My pleasure. My pleasure. So welcome to our epic C++ club. All right. So I suppose you just implemented has suffix. Okay. So, and what essentially it does. Oh, okay. This subview equal that. How does it work? I don't quite understand. So if the count of the suffix is less than that, so it looks at the end, right? It looks at the end. Yeah, I see. So you also implemented some tests. Cool. All right, this is actually quite cool. Thank you. Your mimic has prefix. Okay, that makes sense. Thank you. So let me fetch these changes. Let me fetch them. Yeah, we have unit tests here. Believe it or not, we literally have unit tests in AIDS, and we actually need to set up continuous integration, right, to run those tests on each pull requests. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. It's actually pretty cool. I didn't expect that this library will evolve into something like this. Holy fuck. Plans to write wiki for it. I do plan to have like a reference guide for it. Maybe generated by Doxygen or something. So maybe I can just document each individual element here with Doxygen, you know, syntax, and then just generate the docs so you can browse them and stuff like that. So yeah. I do have a lot of plans for this library, so we'll see how it goes. No man page. Man page for a C++ library, I don't know. Reference guide for it. Actually, read inc on key header is a lot easier. Read inc. What is read inc? Is that some sort of reading? Oh. It sounded like some sort of utility that you can use to read something, like read inc. Yeah. All right. So let me actually fetch your repo, and I'm gonna take a look at it locally. Will you add something for test writing convenience in AIDS? Oh, you mean some sort of like a library, like a framework? Because right now we're not using any frameworks, to be fair, right? So we're just doing that. Maybe we will. Maybe we'll have enough duplicate code to extract it into a simple testing framework or something. But right now I don't think we need it that much. Okay. All right. So let me grab your remote. And I'm gonna add your remote under your name, so I know it's you, PogU. I even use the AIDS in this year advent of code, not every day, I admit, using AIDS plus... Oh, okay. Which phone do you use? You need a number? Okay. I'm not gonna tell a number, but it's a Philips phone. It's a very old one. I actually showed that several times on the stream, but it's a Philips phone. It's a very old one. Not everybody knows that Philips makes phones, but yeah. And I'm gonna show you something cool. Something that you probably never seen before. Wait a second. I hope it's not gonna... Goddamn. Guess what's the version of the Android here? It's not a joke, seriously. It's my phone. Yes. No, I don't actually browse internet on that phone. I don't browse internet because this is actually kind of scary. So it's literally just for I'm not sure. Yeah, it's just for making calls and alarm clock, and also Gmail client. Like I just browse the Gmail there, but yeah. So we have a 2.0. Nice. That's older than chat. Yes, that's older than majority of the people in the chat because I know that my chat consists of Zoomers. All right. So did I add everything? Okay. So no. There we go. When TSMR? I mean, we already did TSMR. Two times today, so I don't think we need another one. All right, so what we're doing here, string view suffix. Okay, cool. So let me try to build everything here. Yeah, we'll have to go to the tests. First of all, I'm gonna go to the examples and see if the examples build. And example seems to be building. By the way, look at that. So I'm building examples without default libraries completely and only linking with libc, and it works, right? It doesn't depend on anything from C++ library. And what's funny is that while doing that, I discovered a very interesting thing. To use new, just a keyword new from C++, you need to link with C++ standard library. It's really strange, but yeah, new depends on that. And because of that, AIDS doesn't use new, so it uses malloc and free. It's dumb. Yeah, it's fucking dumb. I wonder if that's like something that is enforced by the standard, or is that a decision of GCC or Clang or something like that? I wonder how did we end up like that? It's really strange. So, and especially probably a huge pain in the ass if you're doing embedded stuff in C++ and you don't want to depend on standard library. Or maybe if you develop an operating system or something. But yeah, you can implement it yourself. I suppose you can probably redirect it to malloc or something. Why would you want to replace the standard library? Why not? I think it's fun. I think implementing yourself will conflict with existing definition. Someone compiles. Oh, yeah. Anyways, so let's take a look at the tests and let's see if they compile. And okay, here's the thing. Does it run? I think it's not automatically runs this test. It doesn't even automatically compiles, it seems. I see. Was I right? Stream right about what? I'm sorry. Right about what? Hello, Progmati. I would really, like, you know, recommend you to speak English because it's an English-speaking stream, and majority of people here don't speak Russian. So yeah, and it's too much work for me to translate every Russian message on the stream. I'm sorry. Okay, let me see. Yes, I'm from Novosibirsk. Happy parents. Yeah. Cool. Now, if I try to do just make, it also should run it, and it seems to be working. All right. Run string view suffix string view test on make in test folder. So this is the first thing I want to do here. Do I have anything else? The second thing I would like to do is probably maybe automatically release this thing, right? So yeah, I'm gonna automatically release this because I'm not sure if I'm gonna release merge the next pull request. So I'm gonna just make a release every time I merge a pull request. So it's not that big of a deal. So as you can see, 0.27 never happened. It's a non-existent release. So that release never happened. Don't even ask what happened to it because it never happened. No, you don't use it. You don't use it. You don't. That release never happened. All right. So, and let me do the following thing. 31.0 and you're literally using a non-existent library. Why are you doing that? Release, and you just push it like that. So that's the thing that we released here. And I'm gonna push that right into your repo. Did you know that I can push into your repo? Surprise! Yeah, if you didn't know that, this is a thing I can do because it's a fork of my repo, so it inherits permissions from my repo and I can push there. And it will automatically include those changes to the pull request. So basically I can update the pull request that you made. But check-in checkbox, yeah, I know, you can actually disallow that. You can actually disallow that, but thank you for allowing me that. Oh shit, I was about to wait for continuous integration, but then I realized we don't have a continuous integration. Maybe we should add one. How about that? Maybe we should add one. Anyway, so let me do the following thing. Looks good to me. +1. Thank you for your contribution. Boom. Cool. Merge pull request. Confirm merge. Thank you. Thank you so much. That's absolutely fucking epic, mate. Next one. Next one. So I also want to go to the master, fetch the other stuff. Origin, master, and just remove that one. Cool. So the next one, value hash map operator key. Do I really want this operator? Maybe we do want it. You can redefine operator new in your code, test it with G++, void operator. Yeah, I know that. Zhiyank already said that. I know that you can have these kind of things. Yeah. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Super interesting. Yeah, it is interesting. You can overload them and stuff. Alright, so here we essentially added operator, like an index operator for our hash table, which is quite interesting. So, and what exactly we're doing here? Oh, and it also inserts like a... Okay, so that's actually kind of cool. So if you try to access non-existing value, it will try to insert the default one. Is it really what we want? Is it really what we want? I guess yes. I guess yes. Yes. Is your Android version Jelly Bean 4.1, 4.2? I don't remember. I'm sorry. So let me see. Here is the hash map, and yeah. So we create a hash map. So this is example. It doesn't add any tests, but it adds example. Insert that. We then check that. But this is just examples. All right. This looks like a test or something. So the fact that we have tests and examples is kind of confusing, so maybe we should get rid of some of them. But so far, I think it's okay. Yeah, I see STD map does that. Do you live in Akademia? Yes, I do live in Akademia. Right now, I'm there. Right now. I actually moved back there recently. I've been living on the other side of the city for like a year or so, and I missed Akademia so much I moved back there. Alright. Okay, let's actually fetch this stuff. So what's the... Let me see. I'm gonna fetch everything one more time. What did you miss about it? I don't know, the whole atmosphere here is actually way better than where I lived. Just people in general. I like the people here. There's a lot of smart people here. Even though I don't really go out that often, it's just, you know... Okay. So, what's the branch? What's the branch hash? Map operator square bracket. Nice name. That's a pretty good name. A good name for it. For branch hash map operator square brackets. SpongeBob SquarePants, right? Okay. Square bracket. All right. So here is this and. Okay. I like how they start from, yeah, it's kind of cool that they start from the same commit, so you went back, so it doesn't introduce much of the conflicts, but yeah, that's cool. So let me try to do the tests. Tests are fine. And in the make file, here is the hash map, and we build the hash map. Okay, and in the hash map, everything's okay. Cool. Okay, that looks nice. And if I take a look at the thing here. Oh, and I really like that you didn't add changelog. You didn't add any changelog because now I can edit myself properly. I cannot really edit properly unless I merge it already. So first I have to merge it and then I'll have to release it. Okay, that's okay. So I'm okay with that. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. So rebase. Nah, that will require force pushing in someone else's branch. I mean, come on. It's not fun. Looks good to me. Thank you for your contribution. Boom. You can force push. No, it's against my moral principles. And let's just merge that here. Nice. Oh shit, that's actually kind of interesting. So you didn't include that executable to the git ignore, but that's okay. I can do that myself. Okay, so yeah, essentially in git ignore we have all of this executable. Oh wait a second, I think it's somewhere in a test. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah. Oh, because I was in a different branch. I'm an idiot. Sure. So let's release a new version of AIDS. Okay, let's release a new version. So it's gonna be 32. Yes, we do small frequent releases in AIDS. This is how we roll. Okay, move fast, break things. String view operator and operator. Yeah. Might as well actually just do it like that. Yeah, cool. Is it in our already? You don't really need any package managers. It's a header library. That's kind of the point, the whole point of the header library. You don't need any package managers. Oh, no string view. Wait, what do you mean? Oh yeah, hash map. Yes, hash map. Thank you so much, Mr. Maintain. Okay, thank you so much. Isn't hash map operator? Yeah, yes. So I already noticed that. I'm sorry. I'm already tired. I've been programming in Pascal for 3 hours straight, so my brain is messed up already. So yeah. What exactly are you developing here? I'm not understanding, but I like watching you. So I'm developing AIDS, which is a replacement for std. And std is a standard library for C++. I'm not very happy with it because I don't like the style of the modern C++. I rather prefer style of pure C, and this is the library that sort of encourages that style of pure C programming, but with additional C++ perks like stronger typing, templates, function overloading, and so on and so forth. So yeah, and I'm using this library, by the way, in production in a lot of my C++ projects, and it's actually working quite well. For example, the game that I'm developing, right? So this is the game that you've probably seen. I'm developing it every weekend, right? It is using AIDS for pretty much everything. Yeah, instead of std, by the way, instead of std, like we don't use C++ standard library. So product, okay, sure, whatever. It's as production as I can get it, okay? So yeah. Release. Does it age? Yes, it does. Oh my god! But what the hell is that? Does it contain like obscene thingy? Alright, I didn't even know what was written there, but if it we dropped some frames. Yeah, I see. Thank you for $1, by the way. Really appreciate that. Yep. So let's do a release. Now, swearing in the nation. Yeah, exactly. What it was? Yeah, I wanted to release everything. There we go. I wanted to release. There we go. Just push that. The final release, the 32th release. The 32th release. And cool. Do you want anything? I didn't think I wanted anything else. And we have the last one. So maybe it's like similar to Rust, right? 32nd. God damn it, my English is so scuffed. Holy shit. From time to time, instead of saying second, I say tooth. Holy shit. Okay, that's actually pretty cool. That's actually pretty cool if you think about it. Yeah. Yeah, it has value and wrap doesn't have value. Use default. Add inline qualifier. But the compilers these days are really smart. So yeah, you don't really need to do that. They can analyze that and do that for you. All right, so let's actually fetch the latest stuff. I think I already fetched everything, right? Didn't I? I already pushed it right now. Okay. And let's fetch all. 5 head compilers. Yeah. Maybe value or. All right. So, and let's do that. Maybe value or. I don't really know if I want to, like, check it. I know JavaScript a little. I was thinking of making a web page with JavaScript for speed test, but don't know how to start. Just start. That's how we do that. Okay. Looks good to me. Thank you for your contribution. Cool. And let's just merge this thing. So after that, I'm gonna do the release, and then I want to set up continuous integration. Just want to set up continuous integration. It's gonna try to build, examples. Just build examples, and also build tests and run the tests. And that's gonna be the initial, thing that we're gonna start from. All right, there we go. There's one more issue from me. Yeah, sure, I will take a look at that after the release. AIDS HPP. Okay, so let me revert everything. It's gonna be 33. 33, and it's a maybe value or. Cool. 33.0 release maybe value or. Okay, cool. Already invalidated all. Well, didn't invalidate it. Didn't invalidate anyone because they're backward compatible. That's why they're minor releases. So yeah. So if you already depend on 31, your code is going to work with 33. So that's the point. It's a backward compatibility. Except that one doesn't exist. There's no exceptions here. That one just doesn't exist. Okay, so yeah. It's like depending on 0.27 and a half. It doesn't exist. Simply. Alright, so there we go. Everything looks okay. Bug. No compile error in hash map when there is no hash. Oh shit, why? Why that happens? It's obvious that hash key is needed. If you want to create hash key value, so far only is implemented. Observed behavior. This thing compiles, but could not convert integer to string. Expected behavior. Compilation should fail on trying to create already, preferably with meaningful message like hash function or possible solutions. Static assert hash. Hash function for argument is not implemented. Oh, so essentially hash has to be const expr. Yeah, hash has to be const expr. Okay, that's very interesting. That's very interesting, I see. That's cool. I like the solution, I think. But yeah, it actually limits the use for the hash map, right? Because it has to be const expr. What if you cannot make a const expr? But to be fair, there's another way, but it involves templates. Okay. But does it but the template way still probably requires, well, I mean, yeah, I see what you mean, I guess. Yeah, it doesn't require it to be const expr. You can just check if it exists or something. Yeah. Yeah, I see what you mean. I don't know what to answer on that right now. I need to think about it. Thank you for submitting that. This is actually pretty cool, and I generally like the idea, but I need to think about implications. I really need to think about implications. So yeah, because I still use 8s from time to time, so I'll just think about it in the background. Yeah, thank you. Why hash only strings? Because this is what I needed at the time when I was implementing it. Right, when I implement a thing for this library, I don't implement everything at once. I only implement things that are needed right now. And if something else will be needed in the future, I will create it, right? Because if I'll create like a hash for everything, I don't know if I'm gonna need that in the future. So yeah. Yeah, so that's a good decision to make it an issue. All right, so I wanted to set up CI, but it's already almost like 4 hours. I'm streaming for 4 hours, and I'm extremely tired because I also been fighting with Pascal for 3 hours. So I guess I'm gonna call it a day. That's it for today, boys and girls. That's it for today. Thanks everyone who's watching right now. I really appreciate that. Have a good one, and I see you tomorrow. Tomorrow, according to the schedule, we're gonna do a random one-off stream. Yeah, but because there's advent of code in place, we're probably gonna solve advent of code problem. And to be fair, I don't want to do a random one-off stream tomorrow because the previous random one-off stream was about spam filtering in Haskell. So I was thinking, what if I continue spam filter in Haskell tomorrow, right? So essentially tomorrow we're gonna do advent of code problem, and the second part is gonna be continuing like spam filter in Haskell with naive Bayes, classifier and stuff like that. So yeah, that's gonna be the plan for tomorrow. So also check out our schedule page for more information on different projects we're working on and stuff like that. Also check out our VODs channel where we upload all of our streams, recordings of our streams. This stream is going to be there, but tomorrow, right? We upload them on the next day. And also check out our Discord server for offline discussion with the community. And yeah, that's it, boys and girls. That's it. Thanks everyone for watching. Love you. Mwah.